I'm Alex.
And I'm Teddy.
And I'm Spencer.
And we are
The Button Mappers.
Hey, the Button Mappers.
Hey everybody, it's your boy, Kirby. And I'm here with... Who am I here with? Introduce yourselves.
I'm Brian. Also a Kirby fan, like all of us here, I think.
Hey Brian.
Hey guys,
Brian,
thanks for having me on.
Where can we find you on YouTube?
You can find me on igotkings. Just look at igotkings and then pick up the look for the videos of the guy who never cusses and always keeps his cool when he plays games.
What's your Twitter and Snapchat?
Twitter is igotkings. Snapchat is that's not to discuss here. If you send me a PM later, we'll discuss the Snapchat. Isn't that how that works?
What's your Cash App?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
But thank you for having me on to discuss this game. I really like this game a lot, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, this is Brian's first map out. Hooray!
Mm-hmm.
Hooray, Brian. Thank you for
Thank
joining
you,
us.
thank you.
We love you.
We love you too. Or I love you too. We love you. Yeah, thank you.
We also have Spencer.
Hey guys, it's me, Spencer. How's it going, everybody? It's a pleasure to be here talking about some Kirby. Hey, we also have...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We also have Alex.
Hey, pro
Hey.
gamer Alex here. What's up, bros? Ready to play Kirby in the Forgotten Pants. He forgot his pants.
It feels like pants.
Feels like a routine for Kirby here.
And I'm wearing we've been hyping it up all month.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Kirby shirt. We're all wearing Kirby shirts, especially Teddy.
That's close. Tom looks okay.
It's like 2 degrees of separation.
I think it's the wrong game.
No, you know the raccoon ability?
He's
No.
Where you like
The Mario?
sell people houses and you take out debt? Kirby.
he's a kind raccoon. He's the best bank loaner you'll ever get. Pay back your loan whenever you want. Play Kirby whenever you want. You know, Tom Nook's a chill guy. I think
0%
him and
interest.
Kirby would get along.
Sign up today. Kirby just sucks the house and becomes a house.
By
Here's
the
a
way,
loan.
just a disclaimer for the audience as well. It's storming like crazy here right now, like fucking crazy today. So if my video cuts out, it's just gonna happen. I'm just gonna have to use my audio.
Yesterday it
happens.
was a bomb. Today it's a storm.
They don't know that when we recorded episodes, especially since
Hey.
they're out of order, Spencer.
Well, we go on Madonna time. Time goes by so slowly.
Time keeps on slipping.
Into the future.
Future. Speaking of future, where can the viewers talk about time, Alex?
Hey, programmer Alex here, and I'm here to tell you that if you forgot your pants, don't worry. You can always listen to Apple Podcasts and Spotify, where you can find the button mappers, and we always wear pants. Wink, wink. And head on over to Discord, and we'll tell you what kind of pants to buy, which we always wear. Wink.
No corduroy.
Oh, I thought he was
Oh,
gonna...
shoot.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is your underground gamer, Spencer here, and I'm gonna tell you politely to hit the subscribe button. If you don't suck, hit the like button. And why don't you blow us a cool comment in the comments below about what you loved about Kirby. And also make sure that you ring the bell so Kirby can tell you whenever we got some new videos coming out.
I like Teddy's better on the other map out. I like the slobber of that subscribe button.
I'm trying not to go so dirty.
Okay.
And you literally just yelled at me for referencing another video, and you just did it too.
But I didn't say
shame on
when.
you.
I didn't say
Shame
when
on
we
you,
recorded
Alex.
it. I didn't say when. I didn't say like we were yesterday.
But they'll only get that reference if it's in order. Shame on
But
you.
this is at the end of the month.
It's that time of the month. Speaking
Oh
of
my
time of the
God,
month,
It's that time.
uh,
It's that time of the month for Kirby.
yeah. Let's just get back to it. Nice. Whoa. Kirby's excited. This is going to be a map out for map outs. It's going to be on the playlist, the map out playlist. Let's tell them what a map out is. Brian, why don't you do it? Tell the viewers what a map out is, that you, as far as you
Okay.
understand it.
As far as I understand it, it's when you guys invite somebody on sometimes to talk about a game that we've all played and our thoughts about it. We discuss like the finer points of it, like favorite stages, favorite levels, maybe. What we think, is this a good game for someone's like a certain kind of person? Is this a good game for everybody? What's the difficulty like? How we really thought it, rank it with other games in the series if we feel like it, and just our overall thoughts on the game. Is that pretty much it?
Spencer, I'll let you evaluate.
Yeah, it was pretty close. I mean, it's in a general sense. It's definitely focused on the map itself, but we take every level and describe what we like, what we don't like, and we generally evaluate it through that process. I don't know if we try to pick apart what gamer should play it or not, but I'll leave that up to you guys.
Maybe we should. Well, before we actually map it out, let's just talk about what it is. It's Kirby and the Forgotten Land on the Nintendo Switch. What is this game? How do you feel about it? Why did we pick this? Alex, talk to us and the viewers.
What do you want? I'm sorry.
What do you want?
What do you want?
Back to Castlevania month, huh?
Kirby and the Forgotten Land was a game that I was excited for when it was announced, but I was also a little weary because the last Kirby game to come on Switch, the retail game, not like downloadable stuff, was Star Allies, which I bought and I played, and I was very disappointed by. So I kept my eye out for Forgotten Land, and the game just kept looking better and better. The prospect of a 3D Kirby game, and I got it, played it. I'm really excited to talk about it.
Sick. Yeah, I remember you were mentioning on one episode, I think it was the Game Talk, that there was a canceled 3D Kirby game on Gamecube, making this the first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was, I think it was going to go for more of like a 2.5D style, which you can argue what this game does, but I think this game takes advantage of the fact that it is a full 3D game.
Yeah. Could see that. Spencer, what is Kirby and the Forgotten Land to you?
I am coming from a place of not being the biggest Kirby fan. I've liked everything I've played in the Kirby series so far, but that has only started since I've been on the Button Mappers. So I'm turning into a Kirby fan slowly. I'm being converted.
Hey, was it the sucking or the Texan accent from D to D?
It was the sucking, definitely. I like getting. Anyway, it really, this game specifically, a game on my radar during the Nintendo Direct where they showed it off, and I wasn't expecting anything, and I was completely blown away by what I saw. I will say, after playing it, there are some things that I got that I wanted, and some things that I didn't want. But I'm excited to talk about it.
In the words of Spencer, sick.
It's definitely the best Kirby game I've played.
Whoa.
Hey.
And you played Superstar, which was like 8 Kirby
Yeah.
games.
In what?
Better than Superstar.
Dairy.
Top all the fans.
We'll have our ranking later at the end.
Ooh. We could do the ultimate Kirby Clash. Oh, wait, that's a game. Brian.
Yeah, this game I was really looking forward to. I think like you guys did Nintendo Direct. I was always wondering why they didn't make a 3D Kirby. They had like a 3D one on the 3DS where it was basically like a score one where you just sucked up these stars and shot at guys and it would like get a high score and you moved around in 3D. This is a great game. I'm glad I got it and played it. It feels like 2D Kirby, but in a 3D space. There's enough 3D movement in it. It's not too overwhelming. It works very well. I really love it.
For sure. This is, to me, a very impressive first-party Nintendo Switch Kirby title. I can't say I was especially looking forward. I think I needed to get nudged a little bit, especially by, I think, Alex and Spencer. I know you guys were really excited to play it, so I was happy to kind of join on board and, partake in the process. And I don't regret it. And I think after having played it, I don't know if I would say I underestimated it, but I just didn't have the same hype for it. So here we are, mapping it out, and excited to delve into the details, especially of the map. Just before I keep going, Alex, I see that you had to turn the camera off and then back on. Can you guys see him?
Yep.
I cannot.
Yeah, I can't either.
Oh.
So I don't know if
I can
that's
close
a
out and
me
rejoin
problem or like because Brian can see him or his problem. Because
Yeah, I can see him. Okay.
OBS is just funny. I know he's got the weather thing, but I would hate for this recording to like lose his footage. And I know
I'll disconnect and rejoin.
Is your OBS going to keep recording it? Will you be able to switch
Hold on.
back?
Maybe I could just turn off my camera. Hold on, let me...
Okay. Up to you.
Still no.
Yeah, it's still a no on me.
I'll disconnect and rejoin.
I can just do 2 recordings as well if it like goofs up.
Okay. My video froze and everything over here, so I was trying to.
I can see
Fix it.
everything.
Yeah, I
now.
still see you fine.
Are you, Spencer? Are you still recording?
Yeah.
The video file and it's still working on your end?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna leave and rejoin.
I'll leave too and come back.
I don't think.
Well,
have
I can
to.
see you.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're fine, Brian.
With my Kirby shirt.
You're good, Teddy. I can see you.
Yeah, I can see all you guys. I just have to switch the tab now again. Damn.
Sorry, I was trying to. You guys, the video froze for a minute, and I was like worried it was gonna crash. So I stopped and I fixed some settings and stuff real fast.
It's all right. I think I can finesse it. I got both ends of the recording back, so I'll just remember that at like 10 minutes, 11 minutes. Just swap it out. Okay. All right. Oh, you guys ready?
Donkey.
That's a yes.
That's my signal. All right. So we had a little hiccup there, and we're now
I
gonna
still have to see that.
transition into Shrek month. Nah, we're just kidding. It's Kirby month. It's still Kirby month. It's May. It's been a hell of a May. May the Curb be with you. And we're going to map out Forgotten Lands. There are about 8 lands to map out. Very excited. We're going to start at one that maybe some might consider kind of plain. It's Natural Plains.
Wait, shouldn't we cover the story first?
Do you want to?
Shouldn't we?
Do you have it?
No. Hold on.
Okay.
I can go over it. If you
Oh
want.
yeah, let Brian.
Brian!
do it.
Oh wait, you guys don't have to. From what I understand.
Story time with
Okay,
Brian.
so Kirby's on.
I love this PG
So-
mashup. You got a rival.
Just do the story leading up to the first stage,
Okay,
to the first area.
so up where you come on the. Okay.
To
So
the
anyway,
natural planes. Yeah.
Okay, so Kirby's out on Planet Popstar, flying around on his superstar or whatever, and this big rift appears in the sky, and he's like, "Oh no, oh crap!" And suddenly, like him and all the Wadley D's get sucked up, and he goes through this rift, and he comes up to this land. It's like all, forgotten apparently, and he's wondering where he's at. He washes up like on a shore, and then it just opens right there. So it's a nice cold open where it just pops you right into the first stage, and it's a point of arrival is the first part of the stage. It's like an introductory zone, and you're kind of in this land. You don't know why you're there, and
Brian,
Once
I'm going to
again-
cut you off. How would you describe a land as forgotten? Can you go over that, please?
oh, you got me there. Maybe I should have thought before I said that. Let's see. Forgotten. So I'm gonna say maybe you got me. I
This
don't
is
know.
not a gotcha. This is
Okay.
Just
So
saying,
anyway,
it's really-
I was trying to throw a pun of the name, like name the game, name the movie, get the prize kind of thing. But it was like
Dragon Quest. I see you.
yeah. Well, so like, I guess he just arrives in a land that's kind of a mysterious land, and he doesn't know why he's there. And he washes up on the beach, and the Waddle Dees are there. You'll find out later. We'll discuss, and it's a very cool opening. It drops right in there, and you're playing within a few minutes of the game. It's very quick. There's no dialogue or anything. It's just a very beautiful looking 3D movie, and then you get sucked up, go onto the shore of the land, and you don't know why you're there, and then the player is given control, and you move around with Kirby. You get your first ability to move around and suck in 3D, which is a big when you can suck in 3D in a Kirby game, that's the first. So
Did anybody else get Crash Bandicoot vibes from that beach opening? Because I definitely did. That's like straight up the opening of Crash 1. He falls onto the beach, and then he gets up, and then it's like the same thing.
I've never played Crash Bandicoot, so I can't say.
So like when I was playing for the first time, I was like definitely doing like the fucking Crash theme in my head. I was like going through the beach.
Now that you said that, you piqued my interest to play Crash Bandicoot,
You must.
because I like the opening to this game. So very good opening.
Ready for Bandicoot month.
All things Bandicoot.
They're up to 4 apparently.
More than that.
So yeah, Kirby has lore. Alex, anything you want to add?
Yeah, at the end of that little opening stage that Sir Brian of I Got Kings is talking about, you do meet a little friend. You save a little dude. It's a dude's name?
Bandana Day.
No.
Damn it.
Elephant. Elephie.
Elflin?
Elephant. Yeah,
Elephant? Elfin?
Yes, she's like she has big elephant ears. One's elephant, I think. Elephant. She's blue. She's
Ellen,
furry. She looks like I was gonna say Sonic character, but she has big ears, and she's very kind and looking.
I didn't trust her from the very beginning.
Could
Tell you how
Alex-
much. I've played too many Kirby games. I'm like, that's a cute creature that I don't know.
She's the destroyer of worlds. She's gonna be she's gonna be the one. Will she be? We'll have to stick around to find out.
I don't trust her. She doesn't look like an elephant.
Yeah, but yeah, you're walking around. That whole part, you go in that. It teaches you the ropes. Like, okay, this is how you jump, move, go in the suck in 3D. Like I said, float. This time when you float in normal Kirby, you float and you can float indefinitely. For 3D this time, they kind of tweaked it so you can't float indefinitely. You can only float for a certain number of time, and then he'll get tired and he'll like just float down.
I would correct you
also
there.
there's a height limit.
Yes. So wherever you're at, and when you jump, that's the point of your height where you can get. At the point of your highest jump is where you can go to. I believe that's how it is.
I'll just
then,
correct you that that's usually for the case for 2D, but like Kirby 64, the same thing happens where he starts to sweat And I think it's Smash Bros.
Oh,
2.
really?
You also
Okay.
get like 5 up. Oops, smacking my mic. Up puffs, and then you have to do a B up attack. So it's not unique to Forgotten Land, but it is usually the case that Kirby floats indefinitely.
Okay, well, thank you. 5 up puffs, man. That's about my limit too.
Pennsylvania, right?
5 up puffs.
Yeah.
Never mind.
420.
More Dragon Quest jokes.
No,
That's
it was a terrible joke. I'm
I love
sorry.
that joke.
I apologize for everybody.
18 plus, baby.
No, but I didn't know that. Thank you. I didn't know that about 64. So, thank you.
Now you never have to play it.
I played it before. I just don't remember it. And that's not a knock on 64. I'm not knocking
Now you
64.
never have to play it again.
I think you should knock on 64's door. You're like, hey, it's been a while.
See if it answers. Hi, and then you go, hi, welcome.
Yeah. You could be like, hi.
Hi.
Give me 5 up puffs, Kirby.
So you do.
That's why you're
get
knocking.
your you get your first Big Mouth transformation here, right? 'Cause that's at the intro of the game.
Oh, yeah, the car.
Are you
Yeah.
guys ready for Natural to get playing with it?
Yeah, but this is like before that, right? You get the car.
It counts as part of Natural.
Yeah, the
playing
point
this.
of arrival.
Does it count?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you can.
'cause that's
No,
where you
this
get
is
the
like
Waddle-
right before.
the Waddle
Yeah,
Town, right?
yeah. Alex is right. Like, because when you're in, you go, before you get to Waddle Town, you like run the car there because you get the car because these beastie guys come at you, and Kirby's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna suck them up," and he accidentally sucks in the car, and he turns into the first mouthful mode, which is the car, and you can dash, and then you run the whole way into the city, and then you're at Waddle Dee Town. And then from there is like the hub, and then you can go
I
to
think
the
you can
worlds.
still pick it on the Natural Plains overworld. So in this guide that we're using, point of arrival is included in the stages. I don't really care to say it does or doesn't. It's just semantics. But I do think we should just assert if we're going to start mapping out
Guide is
Natural
wrong.
Plains or not.
Yeah, because you get it from Waddle Dee Town, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, look at the other worlds. The other worlds have 4 stages and a boss. The guide's wrong. Point of Arrival is not part of the.
Bring
It's
it to
like
the
you
complaint
get
department.
Yeah, you access from Waddle Dee Town.
Game8.com or .co.
Listen, Game 8, I have no arguments. That's on this side of the map.
None of this matters. What are we talking about?
All right, none of this matters. What are you talking about, Kirby?
We're like, well, actually, you only get it through.
No.
I just, for the sake of simplicity, I think it would just make sense to just group all this together.
I don't care.
But yeah.
That's fine.
Point of arrival. I mean, if you want to count this as part of the lore, yeah, Kirby arrives, gets the car ability. You get a damn good bop playing in the theme. How'd you guys feel about the point of arrival?
I thought it was good. Great introductory. Like I said, you get the first, when you first get the first, what do you call it? Mouthful mode, and you get the car and you blast through that wall. It like goes in slow motion. You blast through, and then you go on the runway to Waddle Dee Town. And that bop, like you said, the bop plays. It's very good. Very good. Great opening.
Was all for that song until I had lyrics.
I like the lyrics. I did karaoke with it.
Did you? I was jamming until like the lyrics came on, and I felt like I was watching like a anime OVA or something. And I was like,
well, how did you feel about Mario Odyssey when they had the song?
"Oh, the jump up superstar."
Yeah,
that one's all right, but like that one's in a language I can understand.
That's my worst. I don't like. That's my least favorite stage in Odyssey is New Donk.
Oh,
Yeah, but the song was fine.
you don't like a new donk?
I think we all do.
Maybe after 5 up puffs.
After 5 up puffs, you get a new donk.
20.
Yeah, the song kind of has that song that you were mentioning sounds like the Perfect Strangers theme. It got me really reminded me of that. If you guys ever saw Perfect Strangers, there's a part in it. Standing tall on the wings of our dreams, rising, fall on the wings of our dreams. The rain, thunder, the wind, and haze. I'm bound for better days. My life, my dream, Nothing's gonna stop me now. Wah 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 wah. Do 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 do.
That's clippable. I'll handle that.
We'll use the YouTube clip.
That's what it reminds me of. Every time I'd hear that.
I'm serenaded by ears. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, and you're
I'm
welcome.
gonna give you a compliment. That you're an adept singer.
Thank you.
works.
I will take that compliment. Thank you very much, Spencer.
That was very
That's
good.
at
I was
worst.
impressed.
Yeah.
The lead singer of our band.
Yes. We have a banjo player, we have a didgeridoo, and we have a guitar player. We need a singer, and that's gonna have to
Okay,
be
sign me up. What's the pay?
It's not good.
Oh, that's okay.
You actually have to pay us.
Ooh, man, it's tough, man. It's tough out there. You know, I see the price of meat lately. Now I gotta
Yeah,
pay
spend
you.
money. Spend money. And make money, as they say.
Well, if you're like
Yeah, that's
Kirby, you just
true.
be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna suck it."
One of those big
Is that a famous
tomatoes.
Kirby quote?
I think he
Yeah.
does say that. Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm gonna suck it.
Kirby.
That's the
In the
Kirby.
Of course. If you go on Hal's
That's what
website, it
he's
says it right
thinking.
there.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking every time. Yeah.
Monster Hero Sakura. When I was, designing Kirby as a character, I couldn't get these 4 words out of my head.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he was thinking.
Natural planes. Yeah. All right. Point of arrival. Move on.
What,
Yeah.
what does Spencer think?
I thought it was phenomenal and led into my biggest disappointment of the game, but I still love the game.
Oh no.
Hot take,
Uh-oh.
Spencer.
Oh,
Taking the
no.
title.
Uh-oh.
This isn't good.
We're wrestling for it. Alex, did you want to say anything about point of arrival?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
I thought it was a great opening. Great opening level.
Perfect tutorial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfect.
You had to beat the car. I'm glad they got the car out of the way because people wouldn't shut up about the car whenever they first showed it.
I enjoyed the car.
It was like 15, like when they first showed that, like not the first direct with it, but like the direct where they revealed the full house mode or whatever.
Full house mode.
Everybody, like I saw 15 videos after that, like an hour after that direct. I was like, Kirby's a fucking car, and I was just like, yeah. Can we move on?
And Bob Saget's driving. Full house mode.
So
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good level. Good
Nice.
intro. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to offer my opinion. I liked it. I thought it was, lush. I like the. I don't. Do you get any abilities at that point? I don't even know.
Yeah, you get the cutter. The sword is the first ability you get, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe you don't. Maybe that's in. I don't remember, to be honest with you. It might be in Downtown Grasslands you get your first ability. I don't think you do get an ability in Point of
I
Arrival.
couldn't tell you. A lot of these levels are going to blend together in the worlds for me. So
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you where you get certain stuff.
Okay. Well, speaking of worlds, let's map them out. In natural planes, if you are excluding point of arrival, shots thrown at game 8, you have 5. Downtown Grassland.
Taking you
Making my way-
downtown.
I was gonna make my way down.
Making my way downtown, sucking fast, rolling past the grassland.
Good start. Through the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about tunnel vision.
Got double vision.
Rocky Rollin' Road.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite ice cream.
Oh,
Rocky.
tasty.
Yeah, ice cream.
A
Ice cream.
trip to, I'm in like super zoomed out, Olivelle Mall.
Go to
Oh,
the
yeah.
mall.
Pretzel.
And the brawl at the mall.
Onions.
The brawl for
at the
all.
mall. Brawl for all at the mall.
And that's not where you're in line at the Annie Ann's pretzels either.
Let's talk about natural planes. Who would like to start?
I'll start.
Okay, can I level my complaint?
Oh my god, here we go.
I'm bringing the mood down, just
Oh,
a
no.
just a tad.
We're gonna fight. I know it. I feel it in my bones.
All right, put on your gloves.
Bright got
Alex,
up.
let's do
He's
this.
walking out.
Brian's not.
I was just getting a glare right on my face. It's not. No, go ahead. I was rude. Sorry.
Brian was ready for it.
Brian, we got
It's-
front row seats.
Okay. In 20, I know this might be a controversial opinion. In 2022, I don't want levels anymore. I'm not interested.
What?
I think it. I was expecting, having only seen the trailer, I didn't do any research after watching the gameplay. I was hoping for like an open world that you could explore, and then you could just, there were gateways to other places, almost like a Zelda Hyrule situation or something.
Hyrule Warriors.
Hyrule Warriors. Yeah.
Kirby Warriors.
I was really trying to play Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, I just wanted a Muso.
Muso Kirby.
I was understand this was a Muso. But no, I was expecting more of an open world game that I could explore kind of at my own pace and enjoy it that way. And when you tell me it's like a post-apocalyptic world, that's what I envision as something I can explore. And I was disappointed that didn't happen. It was just a level by level game. That didn't ruin the game for me. It was a disappointment and not what I was hoping for. But I still love the game. I think it's fantastic. Alex is deciding whether he's going to beat my ass or not.
I don't, because you're right. They never claimed that it was open world. They never claimed it wasn't open world either.
I feel like
I
it
don't know.
was
I guess going
general.
into it,
Sorry, go
from the game design, from like the level design standpoint, from the trailers, I kind of just figured it was going to be a level per level game, like most Kirby games. But I could see your argument. I guess I won't fight you today.
Oh boy. Got us in trouble there. Alex spared me.
You've been spared for now.
I think I'm just
Oh,
gonna
no.
let you guys conflict on that one on your own. I'm not gonna voice an opinion today.
No, I was. I could see how you'd be disappointed. I was glad it wasn't open world because I'm not the biggest. Not the biggest open world fan, but yeah, I could see if you were looking at open world and this is just a stage by stage. Okay, I could see how you're disappointed with that.
Just mod Kirby into Fallout 3.
Okay, I'll do that.
Spencer basically
That's
wanted
what you
Aladdin,
wanted, right?
an open world,
A whole new world.
a place where Kirby sucks on trees.
And there's no wispy woods, just a tropical tree.
We're not there yet.
Sorry for the spoilers.
On Kirby.
Welcome to Button Mappers, the musical.
Where we sing about Kirby.
And the land.
And his forgotten pants.
Yeah.
He's not wearing pants.
He sucked
And
his
there's
pants. Kirby got trouser ability. All right. Natural planes. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Good. This is a great. I really like this world. This is up there with one of my favorites. The music, the opening theme for the Downtown Grasslands is really good. It gets you going. You get the first sword ability there. It's very lush and green, and there's a lot of vertical parts, and there's a lot of good obstacles to run around. There's a lot of like big rolling balls, and there's like a big tunnel you go through. And the mall was great when you got there. Was not expecting a mall, like a dead mall. It's like real life, when there's malls everywhere dead. So that's cool.
Yeah.
So that was kind of precedent.
Present.
It was good. I really think this is a very good opening world that leads right in from Point of Arrival. Yeah.
Most platformers have like a green open, first
Yeah.
world, basic ass geometry and stuff. I didn't notice it as much with this one though, because they do a good job of combining the standard like green first world Kirby world with like the post-apocalyptic looking city and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was still intrigued while playing this, which is not something that I can say for other Kirby games, like the aforementioned Star Allies, which the first level in that game is just a basic ass green Kirby stage, which looks like every other basic ass green Kirby stage. This area, I guess technically still did that, but it did enough to set itself apart from the other basic ass green Kirby stages.
Yeah, I agree. I think what makes it great is that it's 1 foot in the familiar and 1 foot in the new, which would be it's got the green stage that you're used to when you start a game. You know you're starting a Kirby game, but it also has that like apocalyptic feel to it, like Kirby's take on apocalypse that you can't help but like be curious as what it's going to look like. And so yeah, there's familiar, but there's also that new sense that you're exploring something brand new, which is so much fun. I thought it was very pretty. I love the level designs here. And kind of like what Brian was saying, a lot of it hit close to home because you're like, oh shoot, there's a mall here. Like that's Kirby exploring a mall. That's something unique about that.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. That was cool. Like, how many mall levels do you see in games? That's pretty cool.
Teddy, what about you?
I think that the mise en scene, that's a French word, but the setting, is well complemented by like just the context. I like the apocalyptic. Like it feels like a real apocalypse. Everything's kind of, there's overgrowth on like what would otherwise be like a lush area. And so like just a lot of remnants, and it does leave you wondering like what's up with this society, this world. The mall is cool. I think it leads in nicely to the boss, but I want to hold off on that for a little bit. I like that this is kind of like an intro to the concept of like multiple massive Kirby abilities, which is sort of the thing for this game. You get the car, but you also get the cone. You use it to like take down a tortoise building. It's a weird name, but it's what it is, a tortoise building. I remember getting the gotcha thing for it. That's fun.
Yeah, that whole climb. Yeah, when you get that, you're speaking of that, Teddy, when you get that and you climb up around him and you see the tortoise like grabbing at you, and you go in the little hole and he misses you, and then you jump up and you go into the next part and he misses you, and then he grabs like the pipe and you hit the pipe and then you go above him. That whole part is pretty cool. How they make it so you just know what to do naturally. To go here, go into here, jump in this little pit. It won't hit you, and then you can jump around and climb to the top. And then when you finally smash him from the top, like, yeah, that was satisfying.
Yeah,
that's
for
pretty
sure.
good.
It's a good ending. Speaking of that, what are some of your favorite moments from these first few levels?
I just wanted to, while we're talking about the transformations, I wanted to mention the vending machine one.
Oh yeah,
because you do get that one in this world, correct? And that one is a lot of fun. Just rapid fire soda cans,
Mountain Dews just everywhere.
Which other ones do you get in this world? It's bit of minutes since I've played this here.
You got the stairs.
Oh, I didn't. The stairs was my least favorite one. That one was so situational, and you only used it like a couple times, and it was very annoying to have to like navigate it around. Really, I didn't care about the stairs.
The stairs were not the code. That rise on that stair was way more than 7 inches, man. That was like a 2-foot rise on that stair.
Put on your hard hat, Brian's here.
But no, the stairs. But no, you got the cone, like Teddy said. You got the vending machine, which is great, and you can bust through walls with the vending machine. That was awesome, and it's cool that you could, if you were low on health, you could pick up the little soda and it would fill your health up. That was kind of cool.
There are only a few I think you don't get here, and those are like the light bulb and the extension thing. Like on wheels, so you can move up or down.
Yeah. Do you get the circular blowing thing? He turns into like a donut. Oh. Yeah, that thing. Is that a fan? Okay. I don't know if you get that or not.
Yeah, maybe you don't get that here. Maybe you don't get the gliding.
I think that's the next world. I think it is.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Yeah, you get quite a few here. And good smattering of abilities.
That's a nice word. Smattering.
So any other favorite moments from Natural Plains?
I think the opening where when you get out of the car, when you dispose of your car after getting from point of arrival, and then you just jump in and the music plays, and you still see like the city, and it do, and then you see your first your sword guy, I don't know what he's called, and then you suck him up. It says, hey, you can suck him up, and then you get your first ability, and the music's playing, and you're just running around in a full 3D world. That was pretty cool. And then the part with the turtle when you turn into the cone, I thought that was very, very memorable. And the mall, but we'll get to that.
The game was Blade. I mean, the mall I think steals the show for me. I did play all these stages multiple times because the game isn't really clear on its progression system to you until you start playing, and then you realize that holy shit, like you're gonna have to collect a lot of stuff because you have a lot of Waddle Dees you can collect in each stage.
Yeah.
And I am a sucker for that kind of shit. So I was like, I want everything. So I was like taking my time and replaying the stages.
Yeah, I was the same way as
But-
you, Alex. Yeah.
Not point of arrival, but the other three stages. I couldn't tell you the difference between those three stages, but the mall, I could tell you the mall, like almost layout per layout, because it was such a cool idea. I love the area near the end of the mall where they have like the multiple ways to go, and you have to find the right way out. Like that was a neat
Oh, that was that level, wasn't that? Yeah,
'cause
that okay.
you like pay attention to
A
the
maze,
signs and
like
stuff.
yeah, and you had to
Yeah.
go like, oh, right at the burger joint, you could go here. But you had to get the one that was missing. You found the missing piece, and it tries to trick you. You don't go to the first one, you go to the far one, and then you turn right. Yeah. Yeah, I thought the Waddle Dees we didn't discuss about the collectibles are Waddle Dees that you collect instead of stars from 64 Jiggies from Banjo. You get like these Waddle Dees. The guys with the look like little peach. Maybe are they peach brown? They have little spears sometimes, but they make sounds. Did any of you guys hear the sound they make when they're near? They sound like dogs or something like that. Yeah.
I could rarely hear it, but I was playing a few stages with my mom on co-op, and she was, and on co-op you play as Kirby and Bandana D, and she was like, "I hear the Waddle Dee," and I was like, "I can't hear shit."
They sound like
dog
dogs.
whistle. Maybe
Yeah.
I just couldn't hear. Yeah.
How was co-op? Yeah. How was co-op?
Oh,
with that? Is
yeah,
it
we
any-
can talk on that.
Yeah.
I think Teddy said, right, you had some experience with co-op as well. You could talk on what you thought, but I'll just mention real fast, get that out of the way. Yeah, I think it's a cool inclusion, but I think they fucked it up because the camera follows the first player and does not the second player. Because when we were playing, I had already played some on my own, so we started a new file, and I let her play as Kirby, and I was playing as Bandana D, and I could not keep track of where I was because the camera followed her, and it was very annoying. So I could see it being fun, but I don't think it'd be my preferred way to play through the game.
So I played co-op for a little bit with my girlfriend for the first world, Natural Plains, and we would kind of go on and off. I'd say, do you want to play Kirby or do you want to play Bandana D? She started as Kirby. I don't know, I think she started as Bandana D because I just let her start as Kirby. I let her start the game. I just watched for a little bit, and then I made my own file. Bandana D gets a very unique moveset. He can actually do quite a bit. She couldn't figure that out. Like a lot of the you could do like spinning with the spear, do other stuff. And supposedly
Cool.
Bandana D upgrades as you upgrade Kirby's abilities. I didn't get to experience that.
Oh.
But a pretty competent moveset, and it's more meaningful co-op than something like Mario Galaxy where it's just another player points at a screen. Like Waddle Dee has combat function in the game. I don't know if it's like feels necessary at any point, like you have to play this game in co-op, and so it's kind of just like a fun quirky add-on. Like Alex said, the camera does center on Kirby, so even if like say she wanted to play Waddle Dee, like I'd either have to kind of wait back for her or like vice versa. I would just follow her and make sure I'm in the camera purview. I think if you're too far, you eventually get like warp starred up to Kirby. I didn't notice it as much as Alex did, but it is a factor. And I think it's fine. It's cool, but I don't know that we were compelled to feel like we had to play the entire game that way. I needed to move at my own pace for this map out anyway, so like it just kind of hampered that.
The camera just ruined it for me. I don't think I'd play it co-op ever. It's a cool idea, which is because sucks because Bandana D was fun to use. I wish you could play as them on single player, but there's so many other Kirby games that do co-op so much better, including Superstar, Dreamland 3, Return to Dreamland, even Star Allies. As much as I don't really enjoy that game because it's kind of half-assed, the co-op feature in that game still works well. And it just comes down to the camera for me, and I would be willing to forgive them, and be like, "Oh, it's their first try in 3D," but they have a template because this game is basically a better version of Mario 3D Land, and Mario 3D Land has great co-op with a good camera, so they don't really have an excuse.
I mean, 3D World.
Whatever, yeah, same thing. 3D World, that's what I meant. But still,
I love that game. That's my
fun
favorite
co-op
3D
with
Mario.
a good camera. So
Maybe that's why I like this game so much, because it reminded me of that. Because Mario 3D World's my favorite 3D Mario game.
That makes sense.
Oh, you guys are all sleeping on Rocky Rollin' Road.
I don't remember much about. Oh wait, that's the one where you go up and there's the boulders coming down.
Yeah, you got
That's
boulders.
the only part I remember about that. Yeah.
the first level with the ranger ability.
Yeah, and you can shoot targets.
Oh, the
Okay,
ranger.
yeah.
That's my favorite ability. Yeah.
And you get to drive in the car some more. I love the car segments.
Hell yeah.
The vehicle segments in this game
Yeah, they
control
were
so
fun.
well.
They
They're
do.
so satisfying. I adore them. I think they're great. They're very memorable. And Kirby's just very cute. How he can turn into a car like that. That's adorable. So I love this level. I think it's the best one.
Rock and Rollin' Road.
Rock and Rollin' Road.
Rock and roll and
Rock
road.
and rolling road.
Rock and Rollin' Road.
It's all rock and roll to me.
What's your favorite level, Teddy?
That's a tough pick because they are very similar-esque, but it'd probably be the mall. I don't know, but I just like with the car and doing like some of the jumps to get into the building. Like you have to have some interesting like 3D like viewing ability. I don't know the right way to say that, but you need to like drive into the building and then save the Waddle Dee there. Like there's some trick racing and like the kind of micro machines kind of style, you know?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to say any more just generally about things that we may have missed, like abilities or big abilities or anything like that before we, move on?
I'm really foggy on what abilities you even get in this world. I can remember like some of the big ones.
Sword cutter.
Fire. The second stage has like
Ranger.
lanterns and stuff.
Yeah, fire.
Fire became one of my favorite abilities just because of the upgrades. Maybe we could talk about Waddle Dee Town too.
Oh yeah. So when you first come into Point of No Return and you go through the tutorial stage, you end up at Waddle Dee Town and you find out that all the Waddle Dees were stolen by these beasties. These little beasts, looks like a cross between a fox, a bear, and a raccoon. They have like these little tufts of hair, and then all the beasts are capturing these Waddle Dees. You don't know why, and there's this little guy, Elephant, and he tells you, this town was full, and then they came and took all the Waddle Dees, and then that's the one Waddle Dees left, and he's your co-op buddy if you want him. And then you have to find them, capture them, and they come back, and they build Waddle Dee Town, which is like a hub. And when you collect more of them, more stuff will get built. Like I think the first thing to get built is a movie theater, where you can watch the previous movies if you want, like the opening again and the cart song part where you bust through the wall and go to Point of No Return. Point of arrival, and then you get like Kirby gets a house where you can go and sleep, and it's really cute whenever you sleep because he's like just passed out and rolls off the bed. He's like just like with his little nightcap on. That's great. And then you get like a coliseum opens up. You get like a item shop. You can buy items, and there's like a feeling of like growing the town and getting new things to do in it. But it's nothing you have to do. It's just all you're doing is collecting the bandana Ds in the levels, and as you do that, they just build the town up. So when you get a certain amount, it'll tell above. It'll have a Waddle Dee count like 60 or something, and then when you get 60, and they'll build up this new town. You're like, oh, what's this going to be? And then it's nothing like you have to do. It's just neat to see. It's something you can explore around, and there's like these hidden areas where you find codes on the wall, and you take them to this guy and you input like the password, and he gives you a little gift, and it arrives at your house, and then you can open it up, and it can be like a figure or something. I think there's 5 of them hidden around town where Elephant's running around. I think her name's Elephant. She's running around with you, and if you go to a wall, a question or exclamation mark will appear above her head, and then you know to search the wall, and it'll say, "Here's a passcode. Go back to this Waddle Dee and tell them it, and then you'll get a prize." I think there's 5. I'm still missing 1. I don't know where it's at, but it's just a nice. If you don't want to, you can fish there too, which is cool. I don't know if you guys did any of the fishing there.
Nope. I like
No
that.
fishing?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I
It's a
think
good way to get coins or stars or currency.
the most memorable part for me was definitely the weapon upgrades or the ability upgrades,
Oh yeah.
which I don't think I think you can start that now, but I don't remember. But yeah, those by far, I was freaking pumped when they added that to this game. I said that's freaking cool.
I was not expecting that. Yeah.
What was your favorite ability that you upgraded?
I only upgraded 3, but the 2 that I didn't like one of them as much, but the 2 I really liked were the fire shooting one and the sword. Those are freaking cool.
I was all about those bombs, buddy.
I like the ranger.
Fire for me, just becoming Dragon Kirby. That's a throwback to like Kirby 64 with double fire, and you become a dragon, and you like soar through half the level. So I kind of like the throwback aspect. Meta Knight sword is cool.
Mm-hmm. Sword ability is good. Yeah, they're all pretty good. I don't really like the ice too much. It's cool to skate around, but I don't like
The
using it that
snowman
much.
thing was weird. Yeah.
They don't explain the ice ability too much, because even like I saw like reviews of this game where people are like, yeah, but the ice ability like slows you down, but like if you mash the attack button while you're skating, you can do an attack while you're skating, and you plow through enemies.
Is that when you turn into like a little ice ball?
Yeah, it's pretty nice, but like I don't know if it's not clear you could even do that. So
That leads into another thing. Like a lot of the other Kirby games, you go into the menu and they give you a move list. This one didn't have that for some reason.
You guys are sleeping on the fact that they included Tilt and Tumble too. In Waddle Dee Town.
Are you talking about the little marble game, right?
Yeah.
Tilt and Tumble.
I would avoid that game like the plague. So I'm glad I didn't even know it existed.
I still have yet to beat that because I can't see my Game Boy on my Game Boy Color to finish it. It's so hard because you can't play it in advance because it's upside down, the controls, when you play it in advance because the cartridge goes in the bottom. But that game is something else.
I also loved Crystal Needle ability. The needle, just upgrading that one, but there were some throwbacks there. Also the burrowing.
That was
ability.
the other one that I upgraded, yeah.
That was the one where you could like shoot out stuff when you upgraded it. You like turned into a big spindly thing, and you could shoot out like projectiles, and you like collected stuff.
Yeah,
like
Katamari style.
Yeah, like Katamari. You like collect them all up, and then you could shoot them out.
Oh, that was great. There was
cool.
one like special star mission where it's like you had to roll down hills as the needle ball, and like just you'd be like you'd have to like try and roll down and like build your momentum by continuing to get like run over the wolfie dudes.
Oh yeah, the special stages. Yeah, we have to talk about those sometime too.
But if you upgrade sleep, you can summon a little bed.
Oh, you can, yeah, and it refills you up like I think until you're full, right?
Yeah.
And you're just like chilling out in the bed. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't mad that I bought that.
No, they do have levels in the game where they put the sleep guys there, and then you have to get past them when there's something falling, and you don't want to suck up the sleep guys because you'll just pass out and then you'll fall. So that was strategic.
This
sleep
had hidden Waddle Dees that made you suck sleep, and I was like, I'm trying to avoid these things. How dare you?
Yeah, why are you making me suck sleep? 5 puffs and I gotta sleep.
Damn.
I will say I was feeling a major lack of Yo-Yo this game. Where's Yo-Yo?
Yo-Yo. When was the last Kirby game with Yo? I don't remember a Kirby game with Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo's been a lot of them.
Oh.
And I like Yo-Yo.
GBA
I think
ones,
Yo-Yo, I think
Nightmare
Star
Dreamland.
Oh.
You know.
Okay.
It was Star Atlas. It was in a lot of them. It was in a few of the other last games.
Okay.
It's nice. He's got the backwards cap and he get the yo-yos. And...
Oh, he has a backwards cap.
Yeah, it's cool. They didn't do that one.
Is that like a throwback to?
Why didn't they put the yo-yo in if he has a backwards cap? I
That's
don't
just
know.
cool. He's just a cool
I don't
kid,
remember
man.
the yo-yo.
They're cool kid.
Earthbound reference?
Is
It's
that
no, it's a Star Tropics reference.
trying to be net.
Hey, it's better than Earthbound. Star Tropics.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay, what's the boss? Before we talk about
I
that.
was going to ask if you're ready for boss. You want to do the boss transitions, Alex?
Yeah, but hold on. I don't have this guy's name.
Gory Mondo.
What, Gizmondo?
Gory Mondo.
The strong-armed beast, Gory Mondo.
Go.
Damn, he's freezing on my end.
No,
Wait,
no.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh no.
let's be God.
Oh,
What's
you're back?
happening? Oh, hold on, guys.
You're back.
Yeah, you're good. Oh wait.
Or not.
I like the screen it froze on. Like it's nice.
Yeah, it's like a
I should.
jolly
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I can hear you now. I see it.
Non-frozen.
I'm not going to be able to navigate the
The
walkthrough
webpage because of your
with my
ad
internet.
blocker, right? Yeah.
Because my internet is just
Okay.
slow right now.
Okay.
Sorry, his name was Gory Mondo. He's Donkey Kong. He's a big monkey. You fight him at the
Yeah.
mall.
Ah.
Yeah, he like comes up. He like comes up to you and he'll grab Kirby, and you gotta like mash the control stick, and then he'll just throw him down on the ground, like spike him like a football or something. It's like,
I love
oh,
Kirby's
jeez.
expressions in this one, by the way.
Yeah.
His
Yeah,
eyes, he's like,
Yeah, his eyes get like very anime cartoonish. They get like just white, like pupils with like little dots.
Mm.
Yeah, he's like a big gorilla. He's at the mall, and you kind of walk up to him, and you walk up the escalators, and you see like in the food court is where you see him. There's like an abandoned food court, and he's like looking out at you, and then he grabs you through the glass, and he picks Kirby up. And you're like, Jesus. And then he throws you down and then you start the fight. It's a cool way to start the first boss. He like just grabs you out of the food court, you know?
stupid easy fight. By the way.
For sure. Yeah. I like the lead up. I thought it was, foreboding. You do have to go down the mall to get to that point where you get grabbed. I don't even remember that, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't just start at him. You actually have to go through the mall a little bit and go up the escalators and then around to the food court, and then look. It pans around to the window, and then you see him come up, and he
Remember
just
him
reaches
grabbing you
through
through the window. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I must have erased this trauma from my mind.
It's been
But
forgotten.
it's for like the.
I had just come off of playing 100 hours of Elden Ring, and when I saw that big ass boss, I was like, "Oh my god, fucking bring it!" And so I got my sword out. And I said, it makes me look at bosses different now. Alex probably knows all about that, but I was like, "Let's fucking do this!" And I got my sword
You
out,
were ready.
just charged
So,
in, and fuck you.
What you're saying is Elden Ring prepared you for Kirby.
Yeah. Kirby is the obvious next progression of.
Hey man, you had a block and a dodge roll.
Yeah.
Gorimondo probably looks like bosses from Elden Ring. You'd fit right in.
A big ape.
There's a giant in it, so in a way. I
Okay,
guess.
close enough.
Close enough.
Is there a dodge roll in Elden Ring? Elden Ring?
Oh, Brian.
Oh, Brian. The innocent
Brian.
summer child.
The real question
There's
is, do we
there's
want
nothing else but a dodge roll.
to
Yeah.
see Brian streaming Elden Ring?
Oh my god. It'll be a lot like the Metal Gear Solid one, I'm confident, so yes.
I don't know. I'm thinking more Echo.
More Echo.
Tides of
I'm
time.
not. That was trauma. That was bad.
Little Stockholm syndrome.
It was a great stream, but
But we're talking about a good game, Kirby. We don't have to bridge.
I thought we were
Metal
going to say
Gear
we're talking about a
Solid
good
or
game, Echo.
Echo has its moments.
How did your guys' fight with Gizmondo go?
It was pretty good. Like you said, it was easy. And it's not an Elden Ring boss apparently, but it's I don't expect Kirby games to have hard bosses. You're kind of there for the joyousness of just sucking up, getting abilities and exploring and stuff. And later on in the bosses get tough if you do the post game and stuff like that. But these ones, I wouldn't want it to be like a huge difficulty right away. It went good. To answer your question, I think I either used a sword, or I don't remember what I first beat him with. I probably just pummeled away at him with the sword or something. And you can do the dodge roll too. If you do a dodge, I don't think we talked about the dodge. If you like hold the trigger in and hit right or left, when they're attacking,
The game doesn't talk about the dodge
At all.
Oh, yeah, you can do like a quick time, like
Yeah, you get
Bayonetta,
Kirby time. Yeah,
and then you
Kirby
can get a
time.
few hits. Yeah, and I don't think the game
It never
right
tells you.
away. Does it never tell you? I thought later on.
Never tells you.
Okay, so
But you need it.
You kind of got to figure it out. Yeah, and
Not
it
for
helps
this
out a
one.
lot.
Mm.
Yeah. You don't need it for this boss, but it helps out a lot for a certain boss we'll come to in a certain armadillo we'll get to later.
Brian, we can spoil things.
But yeah,
Teddy, what did you use to beat this guy?
Sword. I hit him in the face.
Chad,
In the
bummed out.
face.
I just kept hacking away, you know.
And for your information, I didn't know there was a dodge roll, so I never used it, and I beat the whole game.
Yeah,
There
there's
you
a
go.
block and a
Fucking
dodge
pro
roll.
gamer, Spencer.
The block is actually pretty nice because
Yeah.
it lets you just cheat your way through the whole game because Kirby doesn't take any damage.
yeah, you're like a tank, a little tanked up. Especially if you have the sword, or you have like a little shield when you upgrade your sword with the claymore or whatever. You can like just walk around with your little shield out.
Well, after taking down a big monkey, I don't know. You guys gotta say anything else?
No, I mean it's a good introductory boss. I think the lead up to him and how you get introduced to him is better than the actual boss fight. The boss fight is just typical like Kirby boss fight. Not too hard, but pretty fun.
All right, well, you can give yourself a little clap, pat on the back, and take a chill on the beach. I hope you like beach levels, because we're going to toast to the coast. It's Ever Bay Coast.
It's Mario Sunshine.
Kirby
God.
Sunshine.
Where every level's a beach level.
Rico Harbor again in my nightmares.
Do, 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 do.
Yoshi falls in again.
This is also typical Kirby to have a beach level as one of the second or third areas.
Or third.
Oh, really? Okay.
Which is nice because beach levels are cool. The water made me thirsty. This, I don't think they do too much with this world though, with the concept of the post-apocalyptic stuff. From what I noticed, it's mainly just a beach, which is
Beach
fine.
stage.
I'm very glad you said that, Alex, because that makes it my least favorite. I just don't think it fits. with
There's
the
like
post-apocalyptic theme.
an abandoned cement factory, I think. Is that supposed to be post-apocalyptic? You got like a cement factory or something? Isn't there a cement factory?
Yeah, there's like a rig, like a big rig
Mhm.
from Metal Gear Solid 2.
I don't understand that reference. Sorry.
Let's talk
Will
about
one
it.
day.
Like, would anyone like to read the levels?
Can't
I'll do it.
close the. I had to close
I can.
walkthrough.
Oh, Brian can do it. Okay.
Okay, we got Abandoned Beach, which is first. And I want to say that you start off on the beach here. And when Kirby's in the water, he has a little floaty circular thing, which is kind of cute. And he swims around in like a little life preserver, like not
Brian.
life preserver, but a little circular thing.
As a pun
Abandoned
connoisseur,
beach.
you have to give us time to make puns to each of the stages.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Abandoned Beach,
This one's a real beach.
Concrete Isle,
I love
This
it.
one's hard.
Scale the Cement Summit.
I love
Do, re, mi, fa.
Susie sells. She sells by the seashore.
Susie sells cement.
Yeah.
Susie sells semen.
By the
Yeah,
summit.
jeez.
The summit.
Yeah.
Susie scales the cement summit by the seashell shore.
Yeah, that.
Fast flowing waterway.
Reggie's got to pee.
The tropical, and then we get into the boss fight, which is called, each boss fight has its own pun. I don't know if it's a pun, but a nice play on words. The Tropical Terror is the boss, and it has an outline of the boss, and you don't know who it is. It's just like a
Sorry.
outline in the stage. Each stage has a preview.
Snakes on a plane. There you go. All right, Brian, you can resume what you were saying about.
I've been trying to come up with puns too, but I can't. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like. I
The
can't-
reader does not come up with the puns.
Yeah,
That's
the
not
other-
fair.
it's
The other, well, that's why we rotate who reads.
Okay.
But I'm not going to be able to this time. So I'm all puns.
Alex, all pun, Alex.
All pun all the time.
All pun mode.
All puns activate.
All pun run.
But that is the stages.
Thank you, Brian.
So. Mm-hmm.
I like how bright these stages are. I'm fine with that, and they're fine enough Kirby levels. I just don't. I didn't get the apocalyptic feeling from it, and I feel like that's a disservice to what the game is trying to do. But they are fun.
Did it make you thirsty?
It didn't make me as thirsty as Alex. Alex must just be a thirsty boy. I don't know.
Surprise! You're there in Arizona.
We got plenty of water that gets rationed from that one lake that we have.
My memory of like anything concrete from these stages is kind of low. That was
That's
a
it.
reaction. Yeah.
That's a good one. Mhm.
You seeing it? Cool.
Mhm.
You get things like the drill ability. Also, Crash shows up. I always miss Crash.
Crash.
Yeah.
Crash. That's a good one.
Ooga booga.
Another Crash reference.
Yeah.
And this, I don't know. Is that a Crash Bandicoot song?
Yeah.
And I should play Crash sometime.
This did have the flying one.
Tornado.
Yeah, that's my favorite
Oh
one.
yeah,
Fucking
the
good.
glider. And you had the first
Yeah.
windmill one, the wind one, where you got in this little ship, and then you could blow the fan and
blowy
go.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, circular guy. Yeah, but the
that one's
wind
alright.
one.
I think you had ice here too.
Mhm.
First time.
And you could skate on the water with ice, which was kind of cool.
Do you get glide at
Did
the
you
end of
guys-
the level? Is that
You get glider, yeah, somewhere at one of these levels.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Did you guys like invert the controls on that as soon as you could?
Yeah, wait. Maybe.
The default was
I
fucked
think-
up. It had me tripping.
I think I went and push up
Yeah.
on the stick to go up,
Yeah.
down to go down.
default? Yeah.
You're not a human.
Yo, dog, I was tripping on that glider.
I
Dude, you
was-
gotta invert that.
When you said the
I,
flying thing, I thought you were talking about tornado, the ability.
Oh no, we're talking about the glide.
But you do
Yeah.
get that here too.
Well, fuck
See, I thought it started out inverted, didn't it? And then you had to switch it off.
Yeah, no, it was definitely not inverted. It was like you press up and then you'll go up, and
Yeah.
that is like some weird robot, not
That's,
human.
that's
way
what
of
I
flying.
like. That's how
You're
I like.
crazy, Brian.
I like
disagree with. I disagree with you from a fundamental perspective as a human.
I respect your disagreement of me as a human.
From a human standpoint, I like to just criticize your humanity.
Yeah.
There's a area in which I know you guys wouldn't know. Brian might know. I don't know if Brian knows. And Galaxy 2, where there is a section where you fly with a bird, and it reminds me of the glider section. Only in Galaxy 2, you have to use the fucking Wiimote to do it. And on this game, I could basically do a mini game like that with the glider, but not have to use motion controls, and I was so happy.
He's
Wonderful.
nice.
I
The glider was good.
the glider comes up like once and then it screwed me up because there's like a hidden Waddle Dee at one point and I missed it. I was like, oh, I'll just do the whole thing over. But it was fun because I enjoyed doing it. I was getting the Mario 3D World vibes a little bit. I don't know what it was.
Oh yeah, when you're on Plessy, that
Yeah.
little dinosaur, and
It's-
you're flying
it's
around,
probably
sliding
Plessy.
around. Yeah, that little. "Arr, arr." He has that dumb look on his face, and he's like
Hey.
waves at you.
Don't even.
I did not exactly care for Ringmouth Kirby, but I think it was mostly functional.
Oh, I cared
Come on, that mouth. Come on.
for Ringmouth Kirby.
It's
What's that mouth do?
It's a
Yeah,
inverted
what
suck.
that mouth
All that sucking's got to come back out.
I think they used ringmouth Kirby a little too much, but I liked the.
Yeah.
I found the animation when you're walking around as ringmouth Kirby to be fucking hilarious. So
He like just like waddles like this.
yeah, it was very funny
Ah.
looking. So I was like, well, I didn't really like that ability too much. At the same time, I was just like laughing at the animation the whole time. So
For sure. I didn't like him in the boat. Like that's what screwed me up, I think.
Not even when you like fly through enemies and break walls. That wasn't fun for you.
How does that boat break a wall?
Yeah, that is
boat.
kind of weird. Like, what is that boat made of? Yeah.
The apocalypse has great boats. If we learned one thing.
Yes, jeez. Like, Manium, yeah, jeez.
Hope you like boating.
Yeah, I normally don't like beach levels in games, like, but this one was fine. It was one of my least favorite, actually, but it was still fun to play. I think the music of this game has a lot to do with the enjoyment, because I think the soundtrack of this game is really, really good. Really good.
How was it different than the first world? It felt very samey.
What, the music?
Well,
there is like
Are you
something
Mario?
like.
Are you doing Mario Sunshine?
No, this is Kirby.
Oh. But you're doing Delfino Plaza.
No, they recycled the same theme throughout most of the game.
Well, there's like over 80 songs in this game. If you get the sound test, there's like 80 songs.
I know, but the melody is recycled, which I'm not necessarily opposed to, but I did find I was having trouble distinguishing a lot of the soundtrack while I was playing.
That's
it.
fair.
I just
I
don't,
thought there
I don't
was
remember
different
how this
songs.
one was
Yeah.
different.
This is a soundtrack I'll listen to while I'm doing something, like at work. Just put on Kirby and just listen to this soundtrack.
I couldn't care. It's not my style. So the music is to me is
Really?
it's just
Wow.
serviceable. Yeah, it's
Oh,
not like,
really?
yeah, the like I don't even listen to like Mario soundtracks or something like that often. So it's like.
Do you
to
guys
me,
listen to
it's
game music at all, or afterwards?
Always.
I do,
Oh,
but,
I have
like-
playlists of game
Yeah.
music
Yeah,
that I
I-
listen to.
I do. I'm just saying, like this type of music, like usually like Nintendo, like a lot of Nintendo games, the music doesn't really
Okay.
isn't really something that like I like it, but I don't listen to it on its own. Like even like a lot of Zelda games and stuff, I like the music, but like I'm not gonna listen
Okay.
to the soundtracks. So
Fair enough.
yeah, so this game, the music was fine. I couldn't care either way.
Yeah, I love the soundtrack of this game.
Anything else
Very
about the
song.
Everbay?
Bay.
Be your Forever Bay?
Everbay Coast.
What does that even mean? I'm looking for meaning, Kirby.
What do you mean?
What does it mean?
What does it all mean?
It's like a forever a bay, I guess. That's what I take from it. Like it's ever forever a bay.
So the apocalypse
know.
may be happening, but this will forever
But
be.
it forever be a bay? Is that what they're trying to get across? Maybe?
I think they're trying
Hey
to coast.
baby, hey baby, hey.
All the bassy, all the bassy.
Hey baby, hey baby. Remember that we do a No Doubt reference on this show, but here we are.
Hey.
Don't speak. Don't say. I know what you're saying.
That's good. That's real good.
Don't tell me cause it hurts. Yeah.
It's for my jams.
Spencer, jam us on over to the boss.
All right, next up as a boss, we have the Tropical Terror. It's a tree, but not the tree that we're used to.
Yeah.
It's
And I
A
can
palm
see-
tree.
Yeah. And you're like, oh. Yeah.
It's his cousin. From Wispy to Watery.
What's his name, Spencer?
It's Tropic Woods.
There we go.
Unfriendly fronds.
Is that a jab at Germans?
No. A frond, like a palm
Oh.
frond, the leaf of the tree.
Sounds like
Oh, okay. I was thinking Franz, like a German
usually
name.
sounds like a Cuphead boss.
The unfriendly Nazi.
Franz, like
tree.
Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah, like a German name. Yeah, I didn't know.
That's a great name for a tree, Franz
Here
Ferdinand.
For you kids who don't know, Franz Ferdinand was a main factor to the start of World War One. His assassination.
Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Mm-hmm.
Is his name?
Not Franz.
Take me out.
Definitely beat this guy with fire. I don't know about you guys.
Same.
Do that?
That's
Yep.
just logic.
Teddy and I played the exact same way. That's funny. We're just like probably played the same game. That's funny.
Did I just play your file?
Yeah, I think
Whatever I have.
Did I just watch you live stream it or something? Like, what happened?
I think that might have been it. Maybe I watched your live stream because you definitely did. So probably just watched you.
I might have beat him with fire too. I think I was using fire because when you upgrade fire, it's pretty good. Like Teddy said, with the dragon, it's kind of cool to just fly. But I don't think you have it upgraded at this point. So I just got up close to him and just hammered away with the fire breath.
I don't know. I know I used bomb a lot, and I used Hamel. I used
The Hamel?
the Hamel. I used the Hamel all the time.
This one had
Yeah,
needle,
hammer.
cutter, and fire at the start of the stage.
Ooh. So what? Okay, I'm trying to think. If I'm me, which I am, I would have picked Cutter. Oh,
like
I
this-
did pick Cutter because I used the double cutter. I think something.
Oh yeah, because that's your first upgrade. You get the double.
Yeah, and it's nice because you can cut through his roots.
Yeah.
Something that was very infuriating. I watched Teddy do the Coliseum on his live stream, and I was screaming at my phone watching him do this boss because he was just like he was avoiding the fucking roots, and I was like, cut him! Just cut him! You can destroy them!
And you actually get a Waddle Dee for beating the roots. There's a hidden secret. We should talk about like the bosses. There's like a list of Waddle Dees, and it only lists one, beat the stage. And as you go through the level, you'll find like certain objectives you got to do. And then one of the objectives for this boss to get a Waddle Dee was you had to cut some roots. I don't know if it was just 1 or 4. And then if you do that, it'll check it off and you'll get a Waddle Dee. There's like one for do it without any damage, do it in under 2 minutes is one. Each boss has a certain one that you have to do.
That's important, Brian. But what's more important is that we just got a nice window into Alex's psyche. That whenever he looks back at events that may or may not have happened in his life, he has to determine if he is, in fact, himself or not.
I had to. I didn't remember doing this event,
He
so
says-
I had to like put myself in my shoes.
Yeah, that implies that
What
there's a
would I have
possibility
done?
that
What Alex?
that
do?
implies there's a possibility it might not have been you when that happened.
It could have been like me dissociating and then this
What?
Zerb like playing zombie mode, you know.
Hmm.
Uh-oh.
Dark Kirby mode.
I mean, you work nights, so you know when you're probably get home, you're tired. I'm playing Kirby. I'm just zoning out. Am I really playing this right now?
Multiple personalities. I think that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Multiple ways to take down a boss. Tropical Terror. Actually, I think this is what, like, I liked Gorimondo. It's a fine boss. But I think, like, first off, this is the clear connection to Kirby. Wispy's in every game. And, I mean, this is clearly, like, the spawn of Wispy. Or, like, you know, like a few roots separated.
Just
And
kiss an uncle.
kiss an uncle. Yeah, kiss an uncle tree.
He still cries when you beat him. A
Yeah.
little tear comes down. Feel bad for him.
Classic.
Pretty hot. I mean, whoa, what's that?
Hey, tree sexual.
Yeah. He does drop his big nuts on you. Like these big fruits come from.
Oh, there's that.
Are they nuts or fruits? Like just
Whoa,
drop them and you can
tropical
suck them
woods.
up and shoot them
Don't
right back
drop
at him.
the
I think
big
they're
nuts on
fruits.
me.
And then he'll throw up a gate, and you gotta like get around them.
The walls
So
you
there's some strategy. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some strategy to it. It's a little more tricky than the first boss because there's like some stage hazards you gotta get around.
You gotta tickle his roots. He's into
Mhm.
that sort of thing.
And yeah.
Hey, I'll give you Waddle Dee if you tickle my roots. No, it's a good boss. I liked it.
Yeah.
Some might say it's a classic.
It'd be a disservice if they didn't have a Wispy Woods boss, you know.
Yeah, I think so.
They have to.
It's kind of in every Kirby, right? Every 2D, every mainline Kirby, yeah.
basically.
All right. Yeah. Well, if they don't have a Wispy Woods, it does make you wonder. Kind of like our next world.
Oh, nice follow-up.
Daria remains. Spencer.
All right. We have, as our list of stages, we have first, Welcome to Wondaria.
Yeah, I love this world. This is one of my favorites. The music in it, what do do do
Brian.
do.
It's
a hell of a pun, Brian.
Pun
We're
only.
doing the levels.
Say a pun.
Oh, welcome to Onedaria. I wonder why this amusement park is so empty.
Now
when
you're getting
there's
it.
all this fun.
Yeah.
Yep. Next up, we have Circuit Speedway.
This ain't no Mario Kart.
Where I get my gas. Speedway.
You're getting this after this. Invasion of the House of Horrors.
I tell you what, House of Horrors.
Okay. The Wondaria Dream Parade.
I hope that this level doesn't rain on my Dream Parade.
Would have also accepted Will Join the Black Parade. But let's go up to Danger Under the Big Top.
He wouldn't get it.
Oh, Brian's a little old.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Sorry.
Like Brian had an emo phase.
Big top. More
Did you have
like
an emo
big
phase, Brian?
Bottom. Oh,
No, I don't think emo was even around when I was a kid. It was like just coming around the late 90s, I think.
How do you feel about it
2000s.
now, though?
I don't care. Do what you want to do. If you want to be emo, be emo.
Words of Brian.
Teddy had one for Danger Under the Big Top.
Oh, well, it better be a big bottom.
Ooh.
That's
Okay.
good.
This is
Go-
Spinal Tap.
Want me to tap
Brian's
the
old
spine?
enough for Spinal Tap.
I've never seen it. No.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah, it's
come
I
on,
know.
dude. Anyway, those are the stages.
Big top. How about a big, fun level, boss?
Big top.
Mo-
How
we've-
about a
we've
big
moved-
Stop.
All right.
Danger Under the Big Top. That was my nickname in college.
That's
No,
good.
Yeah, that's a
You
good
got to
one.
do that next time.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying here.
Wondaria.
Yeah, this stage was great. I love this world. The music, I can remember this song. Like da 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 da. And you start out at the park and you go in. I just love amusement park levels and games. It's pretty cool. And this was kind of cool. There was a roller coaster in here too that you get on. You suck a new mouthful mode, you get like a little roller coaster and you go down.
Yeah, that's
There's a nice Speedway level, like Spencer was saying. He likes the car. There's a good one in this one. The House of Horrors was fun. You get
Water.
water.
Oh,
You
water's
get your
favorite.
light bulb.
Top ability for me.
Yeah, he's Jiggly Kirby.
Yeah, big
Best Kirby.
big booty Kirby.
Big booty Kirby. Yeah. You get the light bulb for the first time.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
That's oh yeah, the spooky theme music that cued.
Yeah.
and that was probably the highlight
like
here.
That's a good music. Yeah, Teddy. I like dark rides myself. Growing up near Kennywood Park, there was a cool dark rides there. They were pretty cool to go in. You guys like dark rides? It gets to feel like of the dark ride stuff coming out at you and stuff. Yeah, fun level, fun world. Really liked it.
Yeah, Darkrai's not my favorite Pokemon, but I know a lot of people like it. So Pokemon stream when, Brian?
Pokemon? Sometime maybe.
Tomorrow?
We'll see. We'll see.
Only 20 hours.
See.
They get shorter as you keep going.
I have to. The problem is there's so many Pokemon to pick. I know. Spencer wants me to do Red, and that's it. But
We don't
I
need to
have
get Brian started on his Pokemon thing.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a good world. I like this world a lot.
I think this game really really excels when it has that weird mixture of Kirby charm versus a somber apocalypse versus creepy. And I think this one really highlights the creepy part of like a circus or carnival scenario that has no longer had humans and just has these weird things overriding it. And I think it's really cool. Definitely a step up from the world before it.
Creepy.
I agree.
There's a fucking mission where you gotta collect ducklings.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
it does have that one right
But
at
I
the
think
beginning.
I think like a dark carnival is inherently pretty creepy.
Oh,
But I mean,
Insane
it's not.
Clown Posse.
It's not. Yeah, Insane Clown Posse does a soundtrack for this. I don't know if you knew that, but they.
I was
I
listening
think-
actually.
There's one part I don't like. They don't have. If they want to make it creepy, they should have put carnies in this game, like little carnies. Hey, guy, I'm gonna win a prize for your girl. Throw
Hey,
this
Kirby.
ball. Hey, Kirby.
A
You
King
wanna win a
Dedede just
goldfish? Yeah, like a carny.
If they can get commentating Wildies, they can get Carney Wolfies.
So it's a
Carney
Waddle Dee
feast.
with a little hat and a cigarette.
Is that-
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
kid.
like little party games. Hey, kid, you want to try to knock over these bottles for your girlfriend here? You got to knock them over, and then you can win like a stuffed animal. Got to win the big stuffed animal. Yeah, and the Waddle Dees behind it or something. That would have been good.
This one
Or you gotta
has
hit the
some
thing.
highlights, like as far as stages go. I mean, clearly the House of Horrors, but I also really like Circuit Speedway.
We don't have the aliens.
That was a really long car one, I think. Right? I think it was really good car course on that one.
Well, they intersect it with like the Waddle Dee things, where it's like they'll have each challenge will have like a timer, and you could take 3 places, first, second, or third, or you could just suck.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
very
and you're like to
good.
get first. Yeah,
And
so, like to get first, you gotta like cut like
yeah,
10
corners.
seconds.
and
You're like,
stuff.
how the heck? Yeah. You gotta like jump around corners.
Or
And like
jump
Spencer
over
said,
a
the
ledge.
controls. Yeah. Like Spencer said, the controls so good that you rarely like if you fall in, it's your fault because the controls are really well.
Which level had the aliens?
House of
That
Horrors.
was Invasion of the House of Horrors. It was
There
a
we go.
dark
That's
ride one.
probably
Yeah,
my favorite
Yeah.
one of the levels.
Yeah,
I like that one a lot. I like the neon colors and stuff.
Yeah, very funky.
Really straight. Okay, so I played part of this game handheld while I was just doing other stuff. Like either I was working or I was at home. And this area I remember distinctly for some reason. And I don't know if you guys do this as well, but I was playing this level while watching something else, and I was watching a documentary about Lego Star Wars. So now I just like I'm thinking about the stage, and then I'm thinking about like what I learned on that documentary about Lego Star Wars.
I mean, do you have any Lego Star Wars facts?
The plot of Episode 3 was first revealed in Lego Star Wars, but because it came out before the movie came out. So if you play
Wait, Lego Star Wars is a movie, or are you talking about the game?
Talk about the game. If you played Lego
Oh.
Star Wars, the first game before Episode 3 came out, you could have already learned the plot of Episode 3 in Lego form.
Wow, talk about spoilers for kids. So and forever, this game will be linked to Lego Star Wars for you, Alex.
Level, yeah, because I played it while listening to a Lego Star Wars documentary for some reason.
Subconsciously, right in your brain. There.
What I was doing. I think I just threw something on in the background.
I could see that because this is a story when I link Silence of the Lambs with Super Mario World in my head. That's for me because because that came out on video. Yeah.
You
So,
sing
yeah.
Goodbye Horses as you throw Yoshi into a pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I'm
Yeah.
associating Beer Fest with Etrian Odyssey. So
Beer Fest. We're talking early 2000 movies. That Orgasmo.
where were you watching?
That's
What videos did you go to?
No, it's the Trey Parker Matt Stone movie.
He was in the adult section.
Little curtain.
Is that like a male gendered orgasm? An orgasmo?
It's like a
No,
robot.
I think it's a robot orgasm, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I am
robot.
Orgasmo.
No, it's a movie by the guys who did South Park.
I don't believe you.
Wait, so which game do you associate orgasmo with?
This one now.
Kirby and the big orgasm.
No, because we're talking about this.
The forgotten
This,
orgasm. Okay, that's value. All right. Anything else for Wondaria?
Daria?
The music's good. The
Darius?
boss was
Daria? Like the MTV series.
no.
Daria?
Would she be emo?
No.
Be alternative.
Should be, yeah, she'd be like post
I have to see.
post whatever. She's just not giving a shit about anything.
She definitely listened to Billie Eilish.
There you go.
Okay.
100%.
She looks like Velma.
Jinkies.
Jinx, Teddy.
Jinx.
It's
That's
oink scoop.
not my favorite Pokemon, but you just saw 3 out of 5.
I'm not. Don't start.
No
I don't want Brian to
Snorlax.
talk about Pokemon. He's gonna
No
start talking about
Snorlax.
Pokemon and now how he has to stream it and doesn't know when to stream it.
What? I can't make an innocent comment about
I
Jinx.
never brought that up. That was brought up to me. I never ever bring that up.
No
'Cause I wanna
Pokemon
distance
allowed.
myself from that.
We're gonna sabotage, sneak you onto a Pokemon video, and you won't even know.
Ugh. God.
Yeah.
But yeah, the boss in this stage was probably the first true test boss that you have in the game.
Do you want to segue into the boss, Brian?
Yeah, I can do that. So you get to this, like, I think it's a big top. Is it like a circus? Do kids know what a big top is anymore? Circus isn't around anymore. Basically, it's like this stage in the middle of a tent. And you start at the top and you can see like a shadowy figure in the middle. And you kind of have to find your way down. And then we should say the bosses in this game, they have this boss music that dun, 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 dun. It builds up like very like
Metroid?
menacing. And then it busts in and it kind of reveals itself. So the boss isn't just there, like pops up very anime-ish. And then it has like the title of the letters of the boss.
Yeah,
Under the
classic
screen.
movie fashion.
Yeah, like a movie fashion. And this boss is a big cat,
Chlorine.
and her name
Chlorine.
Clawrine. Speaking of puns, Clawrine instead of
Chlorine.
like Caroline. Clarine, Clarine.
Sweet
Coraline?
Coraline.
Ba
Bum,
ba
bum,
ba.
bum.
So I don't know the words, but I'm gonna sing.
Da-da,
Sweet.
da-da,
Is a real
da-da.
pussy.
There you go, Alex.
She can.
If she was a
That's
dog,
good.
she'd be a bitch.
I was trying to come up with something for that. Good touche, Teddy. That was a good one.
You're the
She had- Oh, go ahead.
pussy.
Took a lot of pleasure out of that one.
Is a real pussy.
She-
Carol it up.
Yeah. She does not run with knives, but she throws knives. Is that good? No.
Yeah, if you know how to block, this boss is easy as slapping candy out of a baby hand. Or, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, blocking
Oh,
or dodge rolling would be good too. You can dodge roll and get a few hits in. She basically like pounces on you like a cat, and she'll jump up into the rafters, layer the high top near the what's the thing trapeze part, that big scaffolding thing, and she'll throw knives down at you, and then she'll pounce from there. And if you block, like Alex said, you can disregard her damage, or you can like Elden Ring, as Spencer would say, away from her and go into like bullet time.
It's a verb. Kirby strategy time with Spencer.
And then but she's the first true test, I think, because if you don't block or roll, you can take some damage from her. But the game, like Alex said, you don't really tell you to do that, so you kind of have to figure it out on your own.
Or you don't.
Oh yeah, because Spencer beat the game without blocking or rolling.
Yeah, I didn't cheat. Like some of you
Cheat?
guys did.
It's called
Cheat.
using the
If
shoulder
it's
button.
in the game, it's not.
Using
cheating.
moves that they don't tell you about. So you just man up and play the game as is.
I
Hit him
think-
with my sword a bunch of times until I won.
That's oddly sexual.
It was a little bit, but I didn't want to say it.
What are you talking about? He's just saying that he used his sword and he beat that pussy.
That's what I'm saying.
My
That's
God.
where the like sexual connotations come in.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Sword is very, very phallic.
And like when
Phallic.
Clawreline like comes in, she's like posing,
Yeah.
you know. So like, the game's trying to
think
tell
she,
you
like-
something.
Yeah, she throws off a cape or something when she first appears. She's like shrouded in something, and then she turns around and throws off a cape. I'm pretty sure. And then it lists her like lethal leopard Clawreen.
Kirby's like, I forgot my pants, and she's like, well, I forgot mine too.
Come on, Kirby. Suck.
Being the forgotten pants.
Yeah, good boss. I think this is the first challenging boss in the game. For me, anyway. I took a few hits on her.
Hey.
And I like the puns.
Are you saying you're trying to
Anything
hit
for
on her?
puns. I would never hit
On?
a pussy.
You're missing out.
Brian said, Brian said,
I didn't know what else to say, so I said the obvious, and that didn't sound good. Never mind. But thank you, Teddy, for.
Oh, come on, we're all just sticking around here, you know?
Oh.
Need a shower.
Have I made you uncomfortable yet?
No, I'm fine.
All right.
No, these puns are clawrific. Oh, that's terrible.
I
Sorry.
like it. I mean, listen, you're hitting my standards, so.
You're hitting my spot for comedy.
Oh, it's a pretty G spot.
move on.
I like this
This
new
is great.
territory. Where we hit it.
These puns are leaving me a little cold. See, I'm trying to help move this forward.
Okay, well, speaking of claws, we're going to talk about horns. Winter. Oh no, it's about to get horny. Winter horns.
Good segue there. I like it.
I wish Alex could read the levels. I think I'm up the. What if I just tell you the levels and you repeat after me, Alex, and then we'll give everyone a chance to do puns.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Northeast Frost Street.
Dorothy's Frost Wheat.
You better eat some cream of wheat on this Northeast Frost Street. Because cream of wheat's hot and it warms you up. And it's cold Frost Street.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian.
Sure. Anytime.
Metro on Ice.
Metroid on Ice.
He said a pun, even though I think you were telling him to just repeat it. But Disney on Ice.
Thank you, Spencer. Windy, freezing seas.
Wendy's Freezing Seas.
When?
The seas were rough today, my friend. Like an old man trying to return soup at a deli.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
That was the Seinfeld reference.
Oh.
Excellent.
I'm sorry, I'm trying, guys.
No, you're
I'm
not.
trying.
These ones are hard. These are tough ones to make puns
I
on.
do not accept your apology. I reject it.
I do. I accept
Reject it on the floor.
You're not allowed. No sorry. We established this. The Battle of Blizzard Bridge.
What?
The Battle of
This
Blizzard
reminded me
Bridge.
of.
Battle of the Blizzard Bridge.
I kept thinking of Final Fantasy V Battle on the Big Bridge when I saw this stage, even though it was nothing like that. Just in my head.
Sells seashells by the Blizzard Bridge.
Blizzard loses all their employees by the seashore.
Sonic sold me a Blizzard Bridge. Yeah.
Dairy Queen has blizzards, but this bridge is not very sweet.
Yeah, that's good. An unexpected Beast King.
That was my nickname in college.
Wait, no, Alex has to read it.
Brian College.
The College of Brian. Oh, Beast King. They called you the Beast King.
Life of Brian.
People's Front of Judea. It's the Judea's People's Front. Life of Brian? Nobody?
only know it as a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
I know it's Monty Python. I've only seen the Holy Grail though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was a quote from Life of Brian.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. How do you feel about Brian's Quest?
Oh,
Brian?
for Quest 64
Yeah.
or Game Boy. I've never played Quest 64, and you think I would because the main hero is Brian.
And it's terrible.
Maybe we should do a map out for Quest 64.
Okay.
I think I'm getting sick that month.
There's one on Game Boy.
That's a good
and,
month to get sick on.
So were you talking about the Game Boy one, Teddy? Brian's Quest. Isn't there a Game Boy Color Brian's Quest or something?
Yeah, it's Brian
Didn't they make
Quest. It's like Dragon Quest,
Yeah.
but Brian Quest.
Like
Okay.
little Nicky on the book earlier.
Little
Really good
Nicky.
game. Little Nicky.
I really want to
Game
see
Boy
the
Advance.
Dragon Quest,
Really?
Brian Quest comparison video.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian, you should play Little Nicky on your stream. I bet you could get that and get a lot of viewers. It's a really good game. Underrated, I would say.
I don't go for viewers. I just go for games that I find strangely in a weird state of bad that I find enjoyment out of. It's a sickness I have where I get the
Little-
enjoyment out of.
Come on, get down with the sickness.
Talking 2000s here. Disturbed reference. Jeez.
Disturbed, Orgasmo. What's next?
What's going on? Beer Fest? Quest 64?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Pimp My Ride? Okay, let's just move on.
Winter
I
Horror.
don't remember that.
No, Snow World.
What do you remember?
Well, so like I mentioned that I like where it combines the charm of Kirby, the sadness of Apocalypse, and the creepiness of the Apocalypse. This one has the sadness to it. It just seems like the whole world is dead and freezing over, and I thought it was really cool. And it doesn't ever get too depressing.
Good. That's a good fun there. You threw the fun. That was the best fun yet, Spencer. Really cool.
I really like the
good.
suck puns.
Yeah, those are
Let's try and get some more of those.
Do more about sucking.
Do more sucking.
Suck more.
I didn't like this world too much. I don't like ice. Like the one stage with the wind blowing, I didn't really care for that one because it was like hiding up all the scenery. It was all drab and white. It was just not much to look at. I thought.
You've never lived in Arizona.
Yeah, Spencer lives.
Spencer was
all we
craving this
dream of.
level.
Yeah.
You're really loving this snow. You're like,
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could be there with Kirby.
Yeah.
Licking his switch screen.
Yeah, I did.
He felt a little
Tastes
chill down his spine.
Yeah.
Winter horns.
My horns are getting all tingly. My favorite was Battle of the Blizzard Bridge. I thought that was freaking cool.
Yeah, what a neat idea for a level. Just to go forward.
And sideways.
Oh wait, that was
Crash-
the one.
Crash Bandicoot.
Okay, I remember that one. That was the one like, yeah.
No. It was cool though.
That was the one where you're like certain points you fight mini bosses,
Yeah,
right?
I had like a cool like
Yeah,
cinematic
okay.
vibe to it. I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
That was kind of cool. Yeah.
The hidden rooms
There was also
on
one
that stage were cool.
Oh, they were off to the side. You could go in. I think there was like little like almost like workman hidden rooms, like workers were like work there, and there was like their stuff lying around, and you saw like posters and stuff, and, like TVs or something. It was kind of cool. The detail, the art detail on this is kind of cool. It's like, what were these people doing when this world went to crap?
Something cool during the Ice Age.
I can't. It's an obvious pun.
Made that pun, Brian.
Yeah.
We only accept new
Spencer,
puns.
Spencer already
can't-
made it. He's gonna
you
sue
can't-
you.
You can't copyright a pun.
He has.
Well,
I'm
that's
his
up
lawyer.
that's up to the judge to decide, okay? Because I'm about to get legal on your ass.
We will take you to court, Brian.
Take that to the bank.
basketball court.
The basketball court. Yeah. That'd be awesome if you had like a court summons, but it was like to a basketball court instead of like an actual.
And you like show up like here.
You show up
There's
to
like
the
a
address.
big yeah.
The other person's like, I'll play you for it.
It's like, oh, you win. I can't play basketball to save my life, buddy. I guess I'm going to
amazing if
jail.
that's how you settled lawsuits. Is like just a game of basketball.
I
Comes down
sentenced
to
you to 2 out of 3 games of horse.
horse. I haven't thought about horse in forever. What's that one? You ever play Foursquare? Play Foursquare. I could win that maybe, but nothing else.
I didn't do good at sports.
well, moving on.
I'm doing a video game podcast.
Yeah, I didn't do
just
sports either.
don't really have many feelings about a lot of this stage. I mean,
Yeah, this was.
I
think I like
don't know if I even liked the boss rush on the Battle Blizzard Bridge.
My main thing was it was just too drab and dreary. I like the more colorful stages. That's just a personal preference.
I don't think it was drab enough.
Ooh,
Could have been
emo.
drabber.
Is that emo? That's
Bit
kind of
drabber.
emo.
I was playing the whole time and I was like, could be drabber.
This game could use more drab.
Put some dark out curtains here, blackout curtains up, make it more drab.
I just imagine some like behind the scenes like making the game. They're like, "Is it? Could this be drabber?"
Yes, Alex is
add more drab.
Just use the drab filter. We're gonna just change it up.
Just add a little more drab.
Just a touch,
Yeah,
coach.
I agree with Teddy. I don't have too much to say about the levels. But I do have some stuff to say about the boss when we get there.
I'm ready. Are you?
There was one stage I want to mention, and that was there was a metro station you went into, and that was kind of cool seeing the underground metro station. That's probably my
Metroid?
favorite one. Metro.
Yeah, my
Metroid.
favorite play
Metroid.
is Metroid on Ice.
Is that a real play?
Yeah.
I'm gullible, so you got to be careful.
You know what Naruto would say about that?
I played Kraid.
That's not what Naruto would say about that.
What would Naruto say?
Your
It's like,
Bryn Star.
They come Kamehameha!
It's
Dragon
this
Ball.
is the time when I fought Frieza.
For 20 episodes, and then it would repeat again, then you'd have to start from the beginning.
How did you feel about Metroid on Ice?
I'd watch Metroid on Ice.
Oh,
Would you guys watch Metroid on Ice?
yeah.
Watch it. I was in it. I was Kraid.
Oh.
It just painted me green.
Green Greens, the theme from Kirby. There's a song called Green Green, right? Am I making that up? Yeah.
But I don't know
How
if
about the
that's the
boss,
theme.
though?
That's the first stage in Dreamland.
And
And also in like every Kirby game.
one of them, yeah, Green Greens.
Green Greens was
Green
the
Greens or Green Green? I don't know.
Kirby's Dreamland.
I prefer green greens to like brown greens.
Ew. Brown Greens, yeah, that's
Unpleasant.
There's like vinegar in your greens.
not the biggest fan of vinegar.
I like a little bit of vinegar.
Boss time,
Yes.
Alex.
It's our boy, Spencer's favorite, King Doo. He has.
You
a
didn't like
sick
this,
new-
Teddy?
He has a sick new design.
I didn't say I didn't like the boss. I didn't like the levels.
Oh, okay.
What do you guys think about his new design?
Is he wearing like a mask or something?
Yeah, what's his new design? I'm blanking on it.
He clearly looks way different.
I wouldn't know enough.
Is he a
to say
penguin
that he
or?
looks way different? 'cause
Yeah, I
he looks
wouldn't
the same
know.
as he
Yeah,
always looks.
Yeah, he
same.
looked the same.
He's like more feathery,
Oh,
and-
okay.
more angry.
So is he a penguin? What's he supposed to be?
They change DDD's design like every 3 games.
I'm trying to find a picture of him here.
Penguin
To the
confirmed,
to the non qualified eye, he looks the exact same as other DDDs. I can't see any difference.
He's a little rounder.
Maybe he's more feathery.
Yeah, I can't.
But that doesn't.
Well, it's
But he has a coat on.
It's bathrobe.
Never had a coat on. Maybe they're just showing off with what the Switch can do, like Tropical Freeze, how it added more fur to Donkey Kong. Maybe they're just doing that for DD. Maybe he was always.
That was the Wii U.
Yeah, but they were showing off Nintendo. They're showing off their HD. Maybe they were showing off the feathers for. Maybe he always had feathers like that. But they couldn't quite get that touch.
To change his design for the 5th time.
That too.
All right, King DDD has several attacks. He's got a signature hammer. He's got some rushing slam attack, a body slam. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the one where he drops his hammer like halfway through the battle?
Yeah, he drops it and you can suck it up and you get a DDD or a Waddle Dee for doing that. There's like a cheat or a Waddle Dee you get for sucking up his hammer.
Mm-hmm.
He'll drop it and then he'll go back in the background and he grabs a big pillar and he'll start slamming it on the ground. And that's pretty cool. That's Dark Soulsy, I guess, from what I hear. Dark Souls. This had like a Dark Souls look to it, and I never played Dark Souls, but I'm imagining this is what Dark Souls is like this game.
Not as cool as Star Allies. DDD gets ripped. He gets giant muscular arms.
Oh, so
sick.
Oh,
yeah.
I should play Star Allies.
You shouldn't. But so not as cool as that, but it's still pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, and then he drops his hammer, like Teddy said, and then you can suck it up, and you can get the hammer ability and beat him up with his own hammers or his hammer skills. And then he'll just slam the ground, and then this like ice pillars will shoot up, and then he'll just start.
Don't you mean Hamill?
Mark Hamill?
Hamill.
Hamill time.
Hamill. DDD drops his hammer, and you suck up his hammer.
I don't get it. I'm sorry.
And you hammer.
I'm not getting it, Alex. I'm sorry.
On a letter grade A to D, what would you give this boss? There's one right answer.
I give this a DDD.
DDD's nuts.
I was gonna give it an
don't
A.
laugh at that. Don't laugh at that.
I was gonna give it an A. I like it. A.
King,
It was fine.
I give him a triple X for X rated in Star Allies.
Oh shit.
Yeah, shit. Going with the sexual theme.
Yeah. Besides, like his hand, like I thought it was a good boss.
Yeah.
I think I didn't notice the design change, but because I was like concentrating on probably just not getting hit, but it was fun. I liked when I thought it changed it up enough when he dropped his hammer and then he like just ripped a pillar from the wall or something and starts like how the heck does a penguin
language
pick up a pillar? Just he rips it off and just starts beating you with it. What kind of strength does he have?
Strength of 1,000,000 men.
1,000,000 men and 5 Waddle Dees.
I like Waddle Dees.
Is it Waddle Dees or Waddle Dees?
It's Waddle Dees.
But I like Waddle D.
I apologize if I've been saying it wrong.
Brian, no apologies.
Okay, I'm not sorry then.
There you go.
He's sorry. Not sorry.
So sorry that he's not sorry.
Are you guys ready to go to Spencer's hometown?
Oh man, that's besides not liking the windy one, Windy Freezing Seas, that was my least favorite. Northeast Frost Street was fun, just going through a town, and then the battle was fun. That's all I got. It was an okay stage, not my favorite, but ice stage with some gimmicks and kind of drab color.
Well, if that one wasn't,
in my opinion,
original enough for you, the next one is Original Wasteland.
Man, another good intro.
Thanks.
Into the next world.
I'm going to open these up for puns. Let's start with the first stage. The wastes where life began.
Called My Birth.
Searching the Oasis.
I don't know where. I have to how to explain yourself.
Wonderwall.
There'll be time for explanation later, Brian. Olivelle Mall staff side.
Hey, I tell you what, I gave her my staff side at the mall.
Moonlight Canyon. No.
Under the
Under
moonlight.
the moonlight, everybody. Oh.
Collector in the
Yeah, I'm trying
Sleepless Valley.
What?
That's the
You
boss.
sleep?
Collector in the
Uh-huh.
Sleepless Valley. Yo,
We're in the Sleepless Valley.
it's Arizona.
Oh, Valley.
Oh.
Boo.
I don't like playing levels in games, and I can understand this why some people might not like the ice one, like where it's snowing, because it snows where they live. But it's the same. It's the same for me on
Yeah.
like these sand levels.
I
I
understand.
don't like it where it looks like where I live. I just look outside.
So
and I
wait,
see
are
it.
you saying that you don't like sand because it's coarse and it gets everywhere?
God.
Fucking everywhere?
Double standard, Spencer, because you like sand on the beach levels.
That's true. Because
Yeah.
there's water.
But it's not so deserty. It's
But-
like
Not the
actually.
water.
I mean, you're in the sand
water.
world and you have water.
Yeah. But we like all the lakes that we have here, they're basically man-made lakes.
Okay.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. Like we
Is it a
really
lake?
shouldn't be here.
Or is it a beach?
I mean,
think it's
isn't
a lake.
every beach level in a game basically a man-made level?
Sure.
Yeah, but it's supposed to inspire thoughts of nature usually. This one hits a little too close to home.
in Arizona. Oh, never mind.
What do you
we
mean?
can move on.
But
No, they're very clearly we have like you can see tubes and stuff pumping water in, and you can see just like they're like cities are built around the concept of a lake. It's all really fake here, which is kind of creepy.
there is like a town that looks like a Middle Eastern town square where like a pool that gets filled or something. There's like a little columns and stuff. That's on the Searching New Oasis.
A little what?
Middle Eastern, like Arab.
You said our magic word of the day: columns.
This episode is sponsored by Columns. Do you want to play a shitty puzzle game? Sega thinks you do. Buy it now on the Switch. Columns 2 available on the Switch.
Brian, have we ever
Right.
asked you if you were in the apocalypse, Kirby apocalypse, and you were all left with two games, Clue Clue Land and Columns, and you could only pick one, which would it be?
Yeah, Clue Land. I don't care for dropping Tetris style games like that. Dr. Mario is the exception. That's just because I played a lot of it as a kid with my mom. But I'd pick Clue Land because it's kind of like Pac-Man, just kind of weirder.
Mm-hmm.
I would pick Death.
If I had to pick, is Death an option?
No.
Yeah.
No
Sorry.
option. Wow, not even give me a mercy way out there. Okay.
No.
He's just
B.
kind of.
There's only two buttons on the
Seppuku.
clicker.
Seppuku.
Even though I'd never played Clue Land, I know it's a running gag here. Seppuku, yeah. That's the other option.
I mean, either option is technically death, so, there's that. Mental death.
I mean, Clue Land can't be worse than Death, right?
Yeah. I
Oh.
played it. So, speaking of death, this pretty dead area. Do you guys feel? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I'm trying to think. I think the first stage really feels very, very open in a kind of it tricks you into being more open than it is because it opens up. It's almost like the Sahara land in 3D World where you're on that big Sahara and you see like in the distance and you kind of walk around in the cat suit. It feels bigger than it is, but the camera kind of tricks you by moving around. So there's only a few places to go. And there's like I'm trying to remember if there's a lot of battles on these like columns
Ah!
Columns
Say
that you
it
fight in
again.
there.
You
Yeah.
said our special word of the
this
day.
episode is sponsored by Columns. Sega wants you to know you can buy Columns too right now on the Switch. If you want to play Columns on your Switch, it's there.
I'm having deja vu. Like I feel like I just heard this
Sorry,
5 minutes ago.
Every time
you-
somebody says Columns, I gotta mention our sponsor.
Well, Alex, I got some good news. You just said our magic word.
Oh, and it's Columns. This episode is sponsored by Columns. Sega wants you to know that Columns 2 is also available on the Switch if you want to play some Columns 2.
So if Sega sponsored the button mappers, that would be pretty cool.
I wish.
You just have to mention columns every
Hey,
episode.
Teddy just left. I think I should call him.
Oh, good. That was good. I like that.
Alex, you just said the magic word of the day.
Uh-oh, there he is. Is he going to bring a column? He's going to rip a column off, isn't he? I don't know.
Groundhog Day
Okay.
columns
I was
edition.
expecting him to come with a column or something. A game of columns or something.
That's funny you mentioned that, Brian. That's our special word of the day.
This column.
I'm having a stroke. Jesus.
Note to self, do not mention the C word again.
This world has, like, okay, if they made it open world, this would have been so cool because it has the mall again, but from a different side that's apparently very dusty.
Doesn't make
But,
any
like,
sense though, because it's like on the map. We're like way far. We're like on a different
Right,
island.
It doesn't
Oh,
make any
you're
sense.
right.
Like,
I never picked up on that.
levels don't make sense anymore, especially if you're going to reuse them. So it's like they could have been like looking outside of a window and you saw this and you're like, oh, there's like a dusty side to it. That's kind of neat, but it's not. It's just the mall, but it's dusty.
Oh, you're right. That is the dusty. You're right. I didn't pick up on that. That's
Janitor
cool.
just
So,
didn't dust.
What does that even mean,
Yeah.
staff side?
The staff,
like
the
the
staff-
janitor-
Like where all the workers go, I guess.
the people
Yeah.
that work at Annie M's Pretzels or
Isn't that just
There's a
the
whole-
mall?
Oh, there's a whole side of the mall you don't go to.
maybe it's probably you're right. It's probably just the mall staff. Like
This should just be called
security.
Olivall Mall J.C. Penney side. But like they're like most malls have most
Sporting goods,
most
yeah.
malls
It's the
have
anchor.
like the
Anchor.
staff side is just part of the mall. It's not like a separate part.
I guess. And
But-
so is the staff supposed to be the big Kirby abilities that like you put in the wall? You know, like because there's like those hidden Ds that you have to like go in as like you have to like say you take the ring fit
Oh
Kirby.
yeah, and you
then
fit in.
yeah.
Yeah. You fit in the wall and then it opens away.
Or the vending machine. Like I guess that makes sense. A vending machine at a mall.
So I can't remember if it's like the back part of it, like where the security is. I think I got some security where the mall security hangs out.
Yeah, there's
said
like a hidden
security
Waddle
4
D where they're all
times.
hanging out eating dinner.
Yeah, like where the people who are depressed hang out after work, during work and the lunch hour and work at the mall, and they're sad that they go into school and work in at the mall, and they just hang out there. That's part where they eat and where they clock in and stuff.
It's the staff side.
Yeah, staff side. That's what I picked up on. Like where the security and the janitors and anybody who makes the mall function, not the store people. Maintenance people would be part of that.
Thought the
Like
people
people
that made the mall function were the customers. Sorry.
You're wrong.
It's how you look at it. It's how you look at it.
Without
I
the
thought-
employees, the customers are just idiots walking around.
Or zombies, if you will.
Where's the staff side? I don't see the staff side. I can't find it.
That's my favorite store in the mall. It's the staff side. Yeah.
And you go in there, it smells so bad. They'll clone everywhere. Oof. That's staff side. Stay out of that store.
What else do you guys have for original Wasteland?
Let me think.
That
I do remember the
really is-
first stage. Yeah.
That really
That's
is
the
the
one.
name, isn't it? Original Wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Searching
I think they
Oasis
were
has
kin-
those big lobby guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are cool. Yo,
Oh
Wow.
yeah, the guys. Yeah, this is the first one where you got the big balloon Kirby where you got the mouthful mode, right? With where you sucked up the
No,
water.
that was the carnival, but
Carnival had it,
But you use
but
it.
you use it a lot more effect here, right? You use it on those
Use
little
it.
balloon guys.
They're called
The little
poison
big floppy
crocums.
guys. Is that what they're
like,
called?
I guess, big toads or something.
Yeah, they look like toads, and they're basically spit ink or mall juice at you, and then you have to like clean them off.
Mole juice.
Yeah, like this to come from when you clean up the mall. They have like all the stuff when you sweep up at the end of the day.
mole juice.
Hey, John, pick up some mall juice. You got some mall juice by Hot Topic.
I'll be right there. I gotta wring out this mall juice.
Hey, we need to clean up in aisle 5. We have a mall juice spill. We're gonna need someone on that ASAP.
I just imagine they like wring out the mop and it's like quarters and like band-aids.
Yeah, it's like all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Mall juice.
Love it.
There was a canyon level too, which is kind of different.
I like that level enough, but again, they're too close to home for me.
It kind of reminded me of Sedona a little bit.
How many,
Exactly.
how many times a day do you have to cross a canyon like that, Spencer?
5 times.
Wow. In moonlight?
In the moonlight, specifically, yeah.
That's what
Under
it
the
does.
moonlight.
It's a weird place, Arizona.
That's like one of the romantic getaway spots is the Moonlight Canyon. You go there often.
Yeah.
They should
mean,
have had you.
Brian was saying Sedona.
Yeah, Sedona is very
Should've,
romantic. Yeah, I think that's where all the richer people go. I'm stereotyping. I'm sorry. I apologize for anybody who's in Sedona and is not rich.
No apologies, Brian. You're not
I'm
allowed
not
to
sorry. You
apologize.
be poor there. I don't care.
There you go.
Way to punch down, Brian.
Let those rich
Punching up
bastards
those poors.
suffer. Freaking Sedonites.
Yeah, with the red cliffs, it kind of reminded me of that. And I could see how Spencer being there, or wouldn't like it. It does have an Arizona vibe to it, like, but there's a little Middle Eastern vibe too with that one. What was that level called? Where there's like the Arab searching the oasis. That's the one. I got like an Aladdin theme to it. What's that?
Did you say the level with the Arab?
Arab theme to it, like Aladdin theme. I was trying to come up with Aladdin, and I came up with Arab. Sorry, apologies to any. I didn't mean.
Well,
I'll let you apologize for that one, but I don't think you need to.
Okay, thank you. I have to cover my bases.
Okay. I'll allow it this time. Yeah, I think there were parts where you knocked down the big stone structures, and that was cool. I'm avoiding a word.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
where you switched into like the different mouthful shapes, right? Was that in this one, or was that the last world? You know, you got like a little wind fan, and you got in the
Ring
hole in
mouth
the
Kirby.
wall.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
And you got the little parking cone. That was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like this more than the Blizzard world. Because like Spencer, I grew up with a lot of snow. Not a ton like that, but I just like more color. And this had a little bit more color that I'd rather see than Spencer.
Wrong.
I respect your opinion on my wrong opinion.
Spencer clearly doesn't respect yours, so you don't have to, reciprocate. But one thing I think we may all be in agreement on is the boss for this level. Brian, you want to roll it in?
Oh, the collector. I didn't even have to look at it. He's a big... this is one of my favorite bosses in the game because of his good, stupid, goofy look on his face.
Nope, we're not agreeing
really-
anymore.
You don't like this guy? He looks like a stupid... He looks so goofy. He's my kind of boss.
He's a
He has these big
bastard.
googly eyes.
Hate
He's
him.
an armadillo. This is where the boss, he comes out, and it's like you see like all these. You walk up to, like I said, this game has great like introduction to the bosses. So you walk up and through his tunnel to get to him, and there's all kinds of things he collected, like pizza boxes. There's things on the walls of wanted posters of Kirby, which I guess he put up around the levels you could find because he wants to collect Kirby. and all kinds of stuff he collected. And then he'd bust in, and you see him in the middle of this. I guess it's a canyon. You go in like a little cave, and then he opens up into like moonlight is coming in. Moonlight, and then it's you see him there, and then he's this goofy looking armadillo with like different patches on him, if I recall. He's called Silly Dillo, armor plated prancer, and he has this little cage. He'll waddle up to it with his stupid look, and he'll like grab Kirby in the cage, and you have to shake out of it. And he'll make these little dolls, and he'll just fling them at you. And the trick to this boss is you have to guard or dodge, because he spins at you about 4 times in succession. And if you like Elden Ring dodge, like Spencer would use, you can get out of the way and help out a lot. But if you don't know how to guard, this boss can be pretty tricky, which I'm guessing will lead me into why Spencer does not like this boss.
I had a hard time with it, but I used the needle and just did like a turn into a ball and rolled. So in a way, I did a dodge, but
okay. Well, that'll work too. You did it, yeah.
Yeah.
Then never mind. Whatever I said, just throw it right out the thing.
I found a dodge, but it was hard. This was a tough boss.
Yeah, it's one of the tougher ones. I like the look of him though. I can't stress how much I like the look of this guy. Very, very. He's my kind of boss. If I was a boss in a video game, that's what I'd like to be. Minus the rolling.
Alex?
I love this guy. This guy was awesome. He also didn't give me any trouble
Nice.
because I just dodge rolled out of the way, and you get slow-mo if you dodge roll out of the way.
You knew how to dodge roll by this point?
Do what?
Did you know how to dodge roll by this point?
I knew there was a dodge roll from the beginning because I watched a video talking about the games and like an impressions video before I bought it, and they mentioned the fact that you could block and dodge roll. So I already knew by level 1 that I could do that. So I was already a dodge rolling pro by Silly Dillo.
Yeah, same with me. I heard that as well, like Alex. And I think that can be a negative for the game, not explaining that. I think near the end it does explain it in the post game. Are you sure it doesn't explain you can't do a dodge? I know guard says guard.
I didn't have any spoilers, and it was just not a mechanic that was used at any point meaningfully at that, like up to that point in the game. So I didn't even know, and I was like sometimes barely able to escape his rolls, and it just ended up being an exercise in frustration prior to knowing that. Afterwards, it was fine. I do like his design, as you're saying. I like the stage design, the voodoo Kirby things. Like, it's cool. But yeah,
the moonlight coming in. I thought that was a good boss.
He looks like a rare boss. I think
that's what I was just thinking, Alex. Yeah, he does look like a rare boss with his googly eyes and just his stupid look. And the only thing he's missing is the that stuff, Which that would have been funny if he talked like that.
Like I could definitely see like a boss battle with him in like Banjo Tooie or something, in like a circus area.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It would be cool if they kind of threw Hal would never do that though.
Spencer,
Nintendo never.
Silly Dillo hit too close to home?
Yeah, is that?
No,
Arizona?
it was fine.
Okay.
How many Silly Dillos do you see?
I've never seen a Silly Dillo before.
So that was new for you?
So that was new for me. Yeah.
Okay.
You have coyotes. You see coyotes out there?
Oh yeah, I see them walking down the street.
A lot of golf courses you see them on.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
They'll eat your dogs.
Man, it's funny. Coyotes. I had them back in Pennsylvania too. They're everywhere.
Yeah, we have them here too. I was at my mom's the other night. We were like, it was like I think like 11 or 12 at night, and we had the windows open. We were playing Switch Sports, and all of a sudden we just hear just like coming from outside. We're like, holy shit!
Pretty close, huh?
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, coyotes.
Yeah, I think they were introduced around different states where they're not supposed to be in, and then they kind of just get out of control.
I know forever ago, I was, this is way off subject, we'll get back on. I was walking to work one day, and back when I didn't have a car, and I walked past this little wooded area in the city that I live in, and there was just one coyote peeking its head out and like looking at me. I was just like, what's up?
Just staring at you.
Yeah,
he was trying to see. He was
Like-
trying to see if you'd run or make the first move, what you'd do.
Yeah, he was just looking at me, and I was like, okay. I was like, I don't think he's gonna do anything because I've always heard like they won't approach you by themselves. So I was like, cool, bye.
See you, man.
See you later.
It's a good thing he was by himself.
Speaking of being by yourself, I was by myself when I played Final Fantasy VII, and in Final Fantasy VII, one of the main areas is Midgar. Well, welcome to not Midgar, but the sequel to Midgar, Redgar, Forbidden Lands.
I was wondering what the fuck.
How long did you come up with that one just now, or
It
that
took
was
me a
good?
couple minutes. I was thinking about it, but it came
Well,
to
we were
fruition.
talking about coyotes.
I'm content. I like the segue, even though I made it.
That was good. You're on point with those segues there, Teddy.
Thanks.
It was a lot of work to get there, but you made it.
Yeah, we did.
That's very
It
good.
was a journey, like Final Fantasy. Redgar.
Journey.
Spencer.
And unlike Final Fantasy VII, yeah.
Yeah. Spencer.
So our
Oh.
list, our sages are enter the fiery forbidden lands,
It's going to get
The
hot.
fire and the flames.
conquer the inferno road,
I didn't play that Conquer game. I thought it was bad for a
burning churning power plant.
I walk into
Oh.
a burning, churning power plant.
Sound
I
of-
was gonna do burning for you.
I was going to do the sound of churning.
sorry. That would have been better. Ah.
Oh,
Gathering of the beast council.
This is the
That's
number
what
of
they
the
called-
beast.
called me in college.
Nice. That's I always pull that one
Brian
out.
College. College of Brian.
You should have saved that for the beast pack's final stand.
That's
They called me.
that's why they called him what they called him in college.
It's my final stand.
Then finally, in the presence of the king.
Down with the king.
I love presents.
That's how I feel every time I play Snake Route and Roll. I'm in the presence of a glorious game here.
I was doing a Run DMC song.
I was reliving my college days.
I wish the presents that the king gave me would be not this world, because I didn't like this world too much. This was my least favorite world.
Hi.
I just don't like the fire aesthetic of it.
It's too close to home.
Yeah.
No, I
For-
just
for
thought
me.
it was kind of generic-y. But I did like near the end where it kind of rolls into the final boss in Beast Pack's final stand, and you kind of get unexpectedly, and that part's cool. Like you kind of ride an elevator up to the next part we're talking about. But this was the most challenging world by far for me. I did get hit a lot more in this stage.
Yeah.
There's a lot of time if you're going for all the Waddle Dees, there's a lot of timed ones that ledges will fall and you have to hurry up and get them. So it was a more stressful. I thought this was for where the rubber meets the road, where the men are separated from the Waddle Dees. This is where everything you've learned up until now you put towards this stage. Your floating, your speed, your use of abilities, the tornado ability, and everything you have to use. You get the water, the balloon power up in one of these. I think it's on the
Meatball. area.
burning churning. Yeah, where these comets come down and you got to fire. You can break the comets with that was the fiery forbidden lands. You get that, I think. But it was a very. I think I like the challenge, but it was a very more stressful than the other lands for me.
You do beg a philosophical question. Is Waddle Dee not a man? Is he not man enough for you, Brian?
Oh, did I say that?
Separating the men
Yeah,
from the
you kind
Waddle
of-
Dees. Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I need to think before I
Should
say
have
it.
said the Wild D's from the Wild Doos.
Ooh.
How about I waddle don't?
Oh.
And
No,
I know a lot of Waddle Dees that'll be really offended by what you just said.
Yeah.
oh,
The men especially. The male ones.
sorry. I'm not
They've
sorry.
just been through a lot, and it's kind of like rude to punch like that. Just personally.
Well, I guess I should. Well, what should I have said? I'm going to apologize. No, I'm not going to apologize. I'm going to roll it back and say it separates the Waddle Dees from the Spiky Gordies.
You're still insinuating.
Okay, so spiky Gordies are
what's
just
wrong with
crap
the
now.
spiky Gordies?
God dang it! I can't. I keep stepping on my own words here. Okay,
Spencer, help him out.
This separates the
A students from the B students. There you go.
What's wrong with C students? I was a C student.
C students have a place in the world.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you do it then. That's why I said you do it.
No, we don't separate anybody.
Separates the suckers from the blowers.
Yeah, why are we separating people? What's
Yeah.
with the segregation?
Yeah,
Okay.
this.
2022.
Okay, how about this? I say this really puts to test your skills that you've learned to this level.
That works.
Oh, so now we got to test people, Brian.
Yeah, you don't think you learned enough?
This
puts your
this unifies the people who can and can't beat it. There you go.
I like
Okay.
it unifies. I like that word.
Thank you.
Okay,
Unify?
this brings together all the abilities you've learned to this point and lets you express them in one giant, joyous, gleeful romp through this fiery world, and you find out at the end who the big bad guy is in a great epic intro to the last final boss, which I will cover. But the world up to it, very challenging, very just red. Remember red. And the world, I got to say, the intro music that when you first enter this world, it's like dun 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 dun. It's very stressful. The music is very like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not
Epic.
calming. What'd you say?
It's epic.
Metal.
Not epic. No, it would be
Metal.
like
Kirby. Metal.
yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Daunting, imposing.
Yeah, imposing. That's
Okay.
it. That's it. Yeah, very
Donkey?
imposing. It like just
Donkey.
what's that?
Funky.
No, I wouldn't call it funky. I'd call it like imposing, maybe metal. But
Cuban.
it's very Cuban.
I said soothing.
Oh, soothing. Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think this is Cuban. No,
But let's change it to Cuban. I like that.
Cuban. Soothing? No. It's just very stressful music compared to the. It's
I
like
could
dun, dun.
You had to do a real shuffle to get through this one.
The Cuban shuffle.
The Cuban shuffle. Good answer.
But yeah, at least
Yeah.
favorite world, but still a good world. More
Red.
challenging.
It's red.
I like the Mako reactor. That was a fun
That's a
stage.
Final Fantasy reference. That was the power plant one, right?
Yeah.
Burning, churning power plant.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I like the ones that where it does seem like it's from a place that exists, like on Earth, so we can get the apocalyptic setting. I just feel like once you add, like, we have to add a fire world to it. Parts of it are just going to be, it's a volcano thing, and then it's like whatever. But
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
not
where it
gonna-
emphasizes. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
I like where it emphasizes the apocalyptic stuff. So
Yeah, this had that power plant, which was kind of like a rundown. Excuse me, power plant. And you're kind of like, and the first level's like entering it. You see like all comets coming down, destroying the land. That's kind of cool. And then there's a fiery road where you kind of climb up. I think you climb up. The second level is like you got to climb up this vertical structure to the top. Let me read this. Yeah, I think you climb up. A lot of hazards and stuff. But the ones I really remember are the first one with all the fiery boulders coming down, and I remember the boss. And they lead up to the penultimate boss, and lead up to the penultimate boss. I remember that. That was cool. But mostly, I remember stressing trying to get all the Waddle Dees in time before all the stuff like disappeared beneath my feet.
I was going to say I don't like I was kind of disappointed that like this was the last world because I didn't want it to end on a fire world.
Yeah, I kind of felt maybe one more world with a little more
Yeah,
color.
I was
would've been
hoping they were
nice.
going to push it for one more, and I thought I was getting that for a minute.
Space world. Yeah.
I thought I was getting no spoilers, but there's like a lab sequence, and I was like, oh cool, so it's like the final world, like a
Oh
like a
yeah, lab
laboratory.
would have been cool.
But like no, the final world is the fire world, and I'm like, damn it, like
It was kind of
This is-
generic, kind of
Well,
like.
it's on the list of platformers that end with a fucking fire world. Like,
Mhm. I can't stress enough how stressful or imposing that music is, though, when you first jump into it.
Can you do it again?
Da 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 da.
Love it.
The starting, for me anyway. I'm not gonna say.
I think I get why you don't like it. It's because it's red and you don't want to play Pokemon Red.
Is that true?
I would never say it because that's Pokemon Red. Everybody knows that's the best Pokemon. I mean,
It is.
I'm going from what I've heard from Spencer.
In the Book of Spencer.
I would go off.
I don't know. I'm just
no.
saying. I don't know. It's not that I don't want to play it
you guys are proving my point right now.
about Pokemon.
He's just gonna start talking about how he doesn't know which one to play. And that people-
I'm not.
and that
I
people
didn't
want him
bring
to
it
play
up. I didn't bring it up.
It's okay. You can start with red. Just you get through it. We'll expect the full analysis later, but baby steps. I don't really remember much. I just remember some like factory-esque stuff here and spicy meatballs floating from the sky, water balloon Kirby, and it was cool.
That's about for me too. I remember mostly the end up to the penultimate boss where you go up to the lab.
The
which is
Mako
really cool.
reactor was pretty legit.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Have
And
to
the
concede.
the bosses. When we get to the boss.
Alex,
What?
anything for Redguard?
Yeah, I said I like the power plant, and the Beast Council sections were neat. I guess they don't really explain much about the Beast Pack or what it is till now. So I felt like a bit of a disappointment because I didn't know that all these bosses, except for the tree, apparently, all these bosses were part of this Beast Pack. But okay.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't really. I was the same way. I didn't really know. They don't really explain this story much. It's just in little cutscenes, and you don't really put that together until like they think the post game explains it a little bit more. But it's not a lot. I'm fine with that. I just want to have fun in a fiery death world,
Mm-hmm. Don't we all, Brian?
But-
We all want to have fun there.
Yeah.
We all want. Everybody just wants to have fun in a fiery death world. Okay, Brian.
you take the good with the bad. If life gives you lemon, yeah.
You have fun in the
Death in a
fiery death world.
fun world. What, did I get that right?
Fiery fun world. That's even better. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of fun, we are all in the presence of the king. Bow down.
What's his name?
I'm waiting. Bow. Spencer's got excellent bow. Alex, you got Brian.
I'm looking. Bow down to it's a. I'm trying to see his name, but it's a
Brian.
There's a little boss rush.
Bow.
Oh, I gotta find the stage name.
Yeah, we're hurting our necks.
He sort of bowed.
Fine, it's Bow Wow,
Wait, sorry.
the rapper.
Yeah, a little Bow Wow.
Oh,
Kirby boss.
I'm sorry. I don't get the reference.
It's fine.
It's cool.
I forgive you.
What is? Hold on. We need a reference that Brian would understand.
DMX? Do you know DMX?
Back in the day, whenever you'd go see.
He's the guy that goes, yeah, right.
A picture show at the theater.
Wait, I want to quiz you. Do you know DMX? Who's DMX?
You'd take your gal.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's a rapper. I've heard of him. Mm-hmm.
What's his rap style?
I think he goes, yeah, right.
It's Lil Jon.
That's Lil Jon.
Oh, okay. Then I don't. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know him.
If you need the best version of DMX, it's the Reading Rainbow song. It's
Reading
phenomenal.
Rambo.
Yeah.
I like him already.
Okay. Homework, Brian. All right, so the name of this one is his primal nemesis, Forgo Dedede.
Forgo, yeah. What does a forgo? Does that mean forget DDD?
It's like
We'll go
Fargo,
him.
but you know.
Oh yeah, first you fight DDD again.
Yeah, but he has like a mask on this time. Like,
Yeah,
and
he's
he
a
has
mask.
fire at
He's
his
a-
disposal. His hammers will, when he hits down, these fire pillars come out.
Camel.
The
Sorry.
camel? Camel?
No.
Hamel.
How
I
do
got you.
you feel about Forgo, the movie?
Fargo.
Fargo.
I thought it was pretty good, don't you know?
It's great for North Dakota.
It had that girl, that actress that's always good in everything she plays. I forget her name though. She's really skinny, eh? And she has that haircut that everybody remembers.
Yeah,
It's
her
that, hey,
name
it's
is-
that girl.
Kirby.
Her name
Kirby.
is Kirby.
But yeah, it was like a reskin boss. It was like fighting a reskin boss in Dragon Quest or something. But only this time it was like actual moves instead of just seeing it on the screen. But it was like a reskin boss fight with he had a mask on this time, and apparently that mask was just like controlling him. So during the story, he was doing all this bad stuff because he was being controlled, and he was being told to capture all these Waddle Dees to take to this lab. And the reason that we'll get to this later, I want to get into this when we get to this part, but the reason that they're capturing them is very, very sadistic. Why they're actually capturing these Waddle Dees. But we'll get to that. Waddle Dees, yeah.
No, please keep calling them Waddly. I love it.
Waddly, dang it.
Well, how do you guys
Waddle
feel
Dees.
about the boss fight?
It was challenging. Probably the hardest, other than the next difficulty spike, other than the Chlorine for me. I think Chlorine. I think
Caroline.
ba ba ba. Dun, 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 dun.
So good, so good, so good.
So good. But yeah, I thought you can dodge roll between like the pillars of fire, which helps. And if you have the ranger ability, you just like dodge roll and then you get some more attacks in. You can just pelt them away, and that kind of helps out a lot. Like any boss, once you learn his patterns, I like that. It's a little challenging at first, but it's not too bad. Nothing. They start you if you die. There's no penalty, we should say. Like they start you right away, right there. You just lose some coins, so you'll get it eventually. And you just learn the patterns, and you can get it. It's not like it's insanely difficult, like an Elden Ring boss.
No,
Spencer.
but it looks like you're supposed to fight him as the ice Kirby, but I think I did the sword one.
I think
So
I
if
did
you use
Ranger.
If you use the ice Kirby, you can freeze the fire he shoots out or put it out entirely, and then if you freeze him, it does like an insane amount of damage, like a third of his health.
Yeah, the freeze ability, apparently, if you keep freezing somebody, it'll freeze them solid, even bosses, and then it does a lot of damage to them.
I do love the episode where Kirby fought Frieza.
I didn't fight him as Ice Kirby. I fought him as Nice Kirby. Give him a hug.
Kill him with kindness.
Leading up, Captain Ginyu swapped bodies with him.
That's epic.
Dragon
Well,
reference.
I thought we were going Dragon Ball. Okay,
Brian
sorry, go ahead.
did allude to it, but there's a pretty dramatic transitioning of the end of the sequence once you beat Forgo D to D. Anyway, Alex, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so DDD's been mind controlled. What a fucking surprise! Happens to him twice a week apparently. So yeah, there you go. He's being a dick. It's not his fault. Whatever. So after that, you take this. It's like an elevator, right?
Yes, but before,
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I wanted to bring this in because I thought this was really cool. Sorry, but before you go up the elevator, DDD, like you're going in the elevator and it's closing, and DDD.
Oh yeah.
There's this little Waddle Dee there trying to get through, and DDD's like, or Kirby's trying to hold the elevator going, and DDD just picks up the Waddle Dee and throws him in, and then he turns around, all the beast people are coming down, and he like pulls out his hammer, and then the door is shut. It's kind of a touching moment. I teared up a little bit.
And DDD dies. That's the last time we're ever going to see him.
It's been R.I.P. DDD. It's been a good
and then
run.
Yep. And then, like Alex said, go ahead. Sorry.
So you go to Lab Discovera, which I was so excited for because I thought this was the final world, but it's not. It's a stage.
Yeah.
And you meet a certain king, or not really a king, but a lion. His name is, what's his name? Is it Leongar?
I think it's Leogar.
Leon
Could be
Gar.
mistaken.
Leongar? Okay. I keep want to call him Liongar.
Leongar. Okay.
Leongar.
I am the great Leon Gar.
Yeah. He's there. You see all the waddly D's
Sorry.
that are in the lab, power, like running on these treadmill looking things, these wheels.
Yeah, and that is really messed up. That it's like to power their generators, they capture these wily deeds and have them running indefinitely in a hamster wheel.
Great glutes, though. Tell you what.
Yeah. Yeah, great glutes. They get a lot of workout. It's called Lab Discovera. And you kind of get going up there. You hear like an overhead girl's voice talking to you about so and so.
Oh yeah, there was voiceover.
Yeah, voiceover tells you the story near the end. So you get this little story about IDF 8 something, that secret boss that you're going up to. She tells you about it. They couldn't contain it and a part split off, so they're trying to find that part. And that part is your little elephant person.
I know it.
And as Alex was saying, he didn't trust her, and that is why. But this is a good part of her that split off, and it leads up that they couldn't contain her. She was put in stasis, and she's still sleeping, and she's kind of controlling the mind of Leogar, who you come up to on the elevator ride. It kind of real epic. It says, "And here we are." And now you get to meet IDF 8. I forget the last boss's name. It's like IDF something. And then the doors open and the music swells, and it's a really good moment. And then, you're riding up the elevator and the little waddle bees are there with you, and they're all like scared. You kind of go in, and then you go into the penultimate boss fight against Leongar. And it's just really cool. I really like the lead up to this boss. The two bosses here.
Leon Gar is pretty cool. Just shoots out a couple like laser attacks and.
Yeah, and he like runs at you with like his like he like chomps at you, and you can like dodge roll if you know that, get out of the way, and then eventually he'll like split. There's like a second form to him when you get him down to half health or a quarter, and like this part, I think part of him, I could be thinking wrong, but part of the possessive being IDF comes out of him and it flies around the screen at you, and it's a little more harder, and he shoots like this more beams at you and stuff, and it gets a little more tricky there near where he's dead.
Tricky, my favorite Star Fox character.
Peppy, your father, you remind me so much of your father.
I used the fire attack. What did you guys use?
Fire.
I
We
think
played the same
Ranger.
game, Spencer. You
Fire.
don't even have to ask.
I use fire
Daddy.
too. I use fire too.
Yeah, but you used dodge rolls because you looked ahead. You cheated like a.
That's not
Look
cheating.
ahead. I watched an impressions video.
Yeah, you looked ahead.
We're not shaming you,
Make sure
Alex.
I
There's
wanted
no
the
shame. No shame here. Yeah, I used Ranger. I loved Ranger. It's my favorite. You can just hit people from a distance and charge it up, and you get that huge space when you charge it up to level 3. If you evolve it, like in the Waddle Dee shop, you get like a space Kirby has a little helmet on.
Do you mean
Charge up your blast. Waddle Dee.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
that's what
used
meant.
sleep, okay? I pulled out my bed and took a nap.
Hey, I just slept over here, and this guy just said, "Hey, this guy's pretty cool. I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave him alone."
I just put up a sign that says, "This guy's sleeping, do not disturb."
Yo, I just went and got a hoagie, and we went with my boys, and we just went and we played some pool, and we left Kirby to chill by himself.
Yeah, then all of a sudden, this lion guy, the young guy, I don't know what he was thinking. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna start slashing." I was like, "Yo, I'm taking a nap. Can't you see?"
Taking a nap over here. You get out of here.
Yeah.
Leave Kirby alone, eh?
Yeah, tuck me in.
You know what I'm saying, then?
I did not use sleep. Okay, that's Leongar. So Leongar, dies.
He's kind of difficult if you don't know dodge, which I'm guessing it would be a little more challenging. It was still challenging for me. I think I died on this boss, or one of the next boss. One of them I died on. Might have been the next one, but I could see him being challenging if you don't dodge or can't get away from his attacks, because he does have fast attacks that come at you, and he has lots of lasers that you gotta avoid and stuff.
Well, I don't want to forego any details, but the next phase is Fecto Forgo.
I got it.
What's Fecto Forgo? Aside from
This is
interesting run.
This is Crash Bandicoot boss.
Run
Yeah,
away
this
from
is-
the abomination. I'm terrified. Yeah, it was like if Crash Bandicoot was mixed with fucking Parasite Eve.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's a good description.
I
could
was
see
getting
that.
Pokemon vibes out of it. There's a Pokemon from Gen
He-
7, I want to say. It's like a little Gen 6, the black and white series.
Okay.
I don't know.
I could see him being
Ryan,
a
I think
Pokemon.
you might like it.
We're not going there.
Don't
Alex
you
will
dare
just
Pokemon,
leave.
Ryan.
Yeah, just
not
play
taking that
Pokemon, and then
hanging
I think
fruit.
you can avoid a lot of these,
I'm not
Didn't
taking
always
that.
say you should start at black and white too, or something?
Who?
Yeah,
Like that's the best place to start. Black and white too.
That's what every Pokemon
I
fan
don't
says.
know. Maybe it is. Maybe they're trolling me. I don't know.
Yeah, start at black and
Maybe
white
they're
2.
trolling you.
Start the second one. Oh my gosh.
But this, so basically, I think before you get to, I forget his name, the final boss, there's this part where the thing that's sleeping, I forget its name, comes out of the tank and it starts eating all the animals. It like picks them up and starts eating them, and it's very sad because it like picks up the little people that were helping it, and it forms into this giant wall of goo, and it just it's like a Crash Bandicoot level where you're running to the foreground, and this big wall with looks like Leonguard's face, and all this stuff it's swallowed is chasing after you. It's not very hard. You just wait for it to stop again in a few hits, and then once that's done, then you get into Effectus, the boss that Teddy was talking about, which I forget. I'm sorry, I forget his name. Her name. Him, her? That?
It.
Fecto.
Elphalus.
Fecto.
Elphalus. Legolas.
Elephant.
Legolas.
I just want to say that Giant Wall of Goo is my new band name.
That's a sick band name.
Yeah.
Effecto Forgo. That was the one you were talking about. Okay. His name was Fecto Forgo, the big wall of goo. Yeah. So the band name would be Fecto Forgo.
No, the band name would be Wall of Goo.
Yeah.
Giant Wall
Oh.
of Goo, whatever. That's
Giant Wall of Goo.
As
That's
a
sick.
slime fan, how
That's
do
my
you
nickname
feel
in
about
college.
Fecto Forgo?
As a Dragon Quest slime fan,
It's a Slimer. You're a Slimer.
I mean, it
right?
doesn't look as happy. It looks kind of in pain. Like it's kind of disturbing. It's like a big wall of
Goo.
gelatinous. It's like a Jello mold that your grandma made with just beasts and stuff in it. It's very.
You never had
disturbing.
one of
Like
those?
a cute dragon.
Grandma never made you one of those.
Your grandma never made
I do
Can't
love
say
the
she
slime
has
review.
sense- She's had some with little pineapples in it, but yeah, I say Dragon Quest slime is.
Come
up
get your slime while the rats are still screaming.
Brian, come down and get your slime, your Jello mold slime.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's why the Dragon Quest slimes are so happy, because they haven't been like still screaming in the process. while they
maybe
were-
they're eventually.
Grandma didn't turn
So
the heat up
maybe-
to 450 on the oven.
Yeah, maybe when they form into the big king slime, there that's just a happier version of what we're seeing here. Fecto, whatever. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a hard part. But it's fun. It's kind of like, what the heck am I running away from? You run away from the camera and shoot it, and you're thinking, man, that was tough. And then I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm talking too long. If you guys want to butt in.
And then
Teddy, what's
uh,
there you go.
Oh, okay. I can cut.
do,
I just
do you have
didn't
a
want
good
to.
segue in mind? Because I don't.
Then not a segue per se, unless you got one. But I'm gonna say that after this boss, your little friend Elifie is
Okay.
hanging out with you on the side, and he sucks up Elifie
Yeah.
in a very perfect cell kind of way. once they form, I'm going to use a Dragon Ball reference. Once Imperfect Cell sucks up Android 18,
That's good for Spencer, by the way.
19, they form a perfect cell. This is like the perfect form of Fecto, which is called Ultimate Life Form Fecto Elephas, which looks, like Teddy said, much like a Pokemon.
Hey! Brian's using the word Pokemon. We've accomplished something here today, boys.
We've accomplished a lot. Well, we can wrap it up.
The ultimate life form. Alex,
that's Kirby.
Do you disagree?
No, I don't disagree. I mean, it does look like a Pokemon.
Alex joke because it's the ultimate life form.
It's Shadow.
Oh, okay.
It's a Sonic joke.
Yeah, Shadow's the ultimate life form. And Yoshi likes melons.
Is that a Yoshi 64 Yoshi story joke?
No, it's
that's
like
Sonic and Mario at the Olympics.
At the Olympics.
Yeah.
20.
See, I've never played those.
2016?
Man, you guys get the deep cuts on here, huh?
Yeah.
Alex brings the deep cuts. We just complain at him for doing so.
I enjoy the deep cuts.
Shadow is the ultimate life form born upon the space colony Ark, and Yoshi likes melons.
So
wow,
I guess we
I
could
was
give.
thinking that was Yoshi's story reference. I didn't know that was a Shadow the Hedgehog reference. Holy cow!
Yeah. So if ever anyone asks you what's the ultimate life form, you can tell them it's Shadow, and that Fecto Alphalis is number 2. Second ultimate.
They should have put that on here, but I guess they didn't do their research.
Yeah,
Yeah.
second
I don't think
ultimate life
Hal.
form.
Cartridge space or something.
I'm guessing Hal didn't play Shadow the Hedgehog.
That's actually the secret ending. There's an ending where Shadow just comes in.
Yeah. You need 100.
He's the one with the gun, right?
Ecto Elephant.
You're not the ultimate life form. I am.
It's like
That's not how
Alphas
Shadow
pops out.
sounds. That's Sonic.
Yeah. Oh, can you do Shadow?
Shadow's like, huh, you're not the ultimate life form.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh man!
You only gotta do a little.
Did you guys do a map out on Shadow the Hedgehog?
Not yet.
Oh
I own
God,
it.
that would be like an April Fool's or something.
It's there, waiting. And oh no, that's Sonic
Jeez.
Unleashed. I don't have that.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have Shadow.
I can't see my shadow.
Yeah.
It's too dark out. Alphaless.
I just know he's. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget about that life form. Talk to me about the boss battle. How did you like it?
Yes.
Difficulty
awesome.
spike. Mm-hmm. Good boss. I like this one a lot. A lot of dodging, a lot of patterns to know. Big spear that swings at you. Comes up in the air and swoops down at you. Makes portals. All the kind of Kirby stuff you'd expect from a being that you'd fight at the end of a Kirby game. Can meld space and time and rip dimensions open.
It wouldn't be a Kirby game without some crazy ass shit at the end.
Yep. And this one does not disappoint.
I don't think
It waits a while,
Dreamland
but it
was
gets
that
better.
crazy.
Oh,
I would love
after
the Dreamland
Dreamland.
approximated difficulty back.
Starting with Dreamland 2, which Dreamland 2 is the first game out of the Dark Matter saga or whatever it is, the Dark Matter trilogy. Starting with that game, every boss is just fucking crazy ass shit in the game.
Okay.
At the
that's
end of
one
Star
Dreamland
Allies,
3
you fought Void Termina, which looks like Majora's Mask upside down.
Termina. Yeah, makes sense.
Termina. Oh, that's cool. That's a nice throwback. That's cool.
They
didn't know
like to do this shit at the end of Kirby games.
Well, you know, Hal is one letter away from IBM.
Yeah. You did an episode on how.
I know. I was throwing it back to that.
It's
Check it out on the
also
channel.
a letter away from GZK.
GH.
Oh, you're going over. You're going.
Yeah, backwards.
Oh,
all
you'd
the
have
way
to go back. Z. I guess you go
Yeah.
GZA.
K.
Yeah.
K.
GBK.
Oh,
No, but then you go
I didn't realize you were
forward.
going from A to Z. I was
We're
like,
going back because A, he'd have to go back
Yeah,
to
roll
Z
Yeah.
to GZK.
9. G9K.
DZD.
G9K.
I think there's a connection in there somewhere from HAL to DZD.
It's like what is that? 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, something. I bet Kevin Bacon's in here somewhere too. Somewhere.
It's Meta
Who is
Knight would
Kevin?
say.
Why does he
6
have so much
degrees
bacon?
of-
What a name! What a last name, Bacon, man.
It's a great name.
It's
I knew a bacon once.
Really? That's a cool name.
I ate a bacon once.
Yeah, I knew a bacon once, and then I ate it.
And with
So
Porky.
sad. So my mom, this is a story about bacon, but we'll get there. She had these little pigs growing up on the farm, and they made friends with them, and they feed them. Oh, hey, they gave them a name, and then one day it was gone, and they just ate them. That's the story. I thought that was sad.
It's mental as
You
fuck.
get to know like a pig, and then you're just eating them the next day.
Pig's a pig, boy. Eat it up.
So
Well, could
this
you
was
eat your
really
best friend?
freaking hard. I tried doing this on stream a couple times. I had to take him down with plane Kirby. I had to turn into an airplane. How did you guys do
I
it?
was like, wait a second. How did you get play, Kirby?
It's the secret ability.
With an airplane, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that would be good, no joke. But anyways,
I was thinking maybe the you can kind of have an airplane if you do the dash a lot with the fire leveled up to 3. You can kind of
Which is
drive.
what I
do like a
did.
Fire. Yeah, which will help. So yeah, I think I used Ranger like I used most of the bosses. I liked Ranger.
I
I
beat him
just
with the
tell-
fire. I beat him with the fire as well, but I never leveled it up to 3.
Did you get it up to where it shot like balls of magma, liquid hot magma at them?
Yeah, I got to the second level of it, and yeah, I beat it in a couple tries. This was a tougher, probably.
Yeah,
a
it was a
fight of the
tougher
game.
one. Yeah,
Hmm.
That's good, Spencer. That's good, Scott. Liquid hot magma out of Kirby.
so that's a game.
Oh, but
We're not done.
we're not done yet.
I
Alex,
didn't play
you
the
wanted to
end,
go?
the post game. Somebody.
No,
say-
wait.
Well,
There's
no,
one part.
No.
Once
you
you
mentioned
beat,
the end of the boss fight.
yeah.
Oh,
So
do you have to suck them
once
up?
you get,
Or yeah. I forgot. You turn into a
Mhm.
car,
yeah,
a truck.
Yeah, because Effecto Elephas is merging the Forgotten Land with Popstar.
Mm.
yeah.
And
The first,
you have to
yeah,
stop that shit.
yeah. You have to suck. So like when you get them down to about almost dead, Effective Ellis is on the ground, and there's a little command prompt like hit Y to suck, and you suck up your buddy elephant out of them, and you kind of have to like twirl. There's these little parts in the game where you have to open up like canisters, and you got to twirl them around, and then you pop them off, but there's spears coming at him, and you got to do it in time before the spear hits you, and then he like kind of melts, and you think, oh, that's fine, and then we're up to where Alex was saying he's taking. Sorry, Alex, to cut you off.
He is opening a rift between the Forgotten Land and Popstar, and he's going to merge the two worlds together, which is not good. Shit from Popstar is coming in, and you see like familiar like Kirby blocks and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Mhm.
So you have to close that rift as quick as you can, and what's quicker than a big rig?
Yes, this part was great.
Kirby
This part
sets
was
up
great.
a big rig truck, a big old truck, and you have to do a cool driving segment up to the boss and fucking ram him with the truck. which
Yeah, and
is,
it plays that music, the invincibility music, Kirby, when you're doing it. Yeah, and you have to like go from building to building, and then you get close to him, and he like opens these rifts, and it throws these whole like asteroids or little chunks of rock at you, and you have to like dash. You punch the Y button, and you like smash right through those, and then you make a ramp right up to the top, and then you like get right to him.
So I don't know what version you guys played, but I heard the Halo theme.
Did you?
Dun, dun, dun,
Do-do.
dun, dun, dun,
Du-du-du-du.
That's not the Halo theme.
dun, 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 dun,
That's the only song I know from
dun,
Halo.
dun, 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 dun,
I heard
dun,
Pirates
dun,
of the Caribbean.
dun, dun,
Da-da-da,
Oh, man.
I feel like Captain Jack Sparrow in court.
I'm Captain Kirby.
Oh yeah, I can't getting a lot of those notifications for that for some reason.
Okay, so that was fun.
Apparently-
The car, truck, big rig, curbs, stirs.
And
Yeah,
then-
that was a nice
yeah.
surprise.
You have to like, yeah, it was a good surprise, and you have to like mash the button into like a Dragon Ball Z Kamehameha
Mm,
testing power.
yeah.
Kind of like have to hit the button, and you have to have a bigger power against him, and he like powers up, and then Elephant comes out and he gives Kirby more power, and then you mash the button, and then you blast through the rock and you hit Elephant and you just like disintegrate him. It's almost like when in Dragon Ball Z when Perfect Cell gets destroyed, like all his like molecules destroy.
Spencer appreciates
same
this.
thing.
Yeah, when
Spencer.
when Gohan has a broken
Yeah, that's
arm.
right. Spencer's not the biggest anime fan.
He's doing
I'm
a
not
ton of
either. I
things
just like
else.
Dragon Ball Z. That's it. I don't like much anime, but I like Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
But yeah, and then you see him disappear. But Kirby's alive in the little white power cloud, along with Elephant. But we're not done yet because we land down and we're on Popstar, but something's wrong with Popstar, and it's being sucked into the portal's still open. So our buddy Elephant has to use the last of her power to close it, and it's like, oh no, she's gonna die. And you're kind of sad, and she says her goodbyes, closes it up, and Popstar is saved. And then, is she dead? Is she not? And then you look off in the distance, and then Kirby smiles, and she's alive. And crows to credits. You see pictures of your little adventure as the credits roll. And you can put a pop cap on this game, Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. There's a pun in there somewhere. I couldn't come up with it.
You told this story with 100% accuracy. Bravo, Brian.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Thank you. And there is, once you do that, if you're content with the game, I think the game that's a good ending right there, because she comes back. You go to Waddle Dee Town. They open up a new Coliseum. You can fight there. And they also open up, you saw Clawline in the corner, and she's looking at this little rift. And you go over there, she says, oh no, Leon Gar is in there. And you find out that Clawline saved Kirby when he was in this little stasis part, in that little white part, I guess, or some part. Somehow she saved him. And so you're going to return the favor, go in and get Clawline, because apparently Clawline and Leon Guard, you're going to get Leon Gar are a thing. They're a couple. They were like king and queen in this land. So you go through the basically the post. Do you mind if I talk about post game a little bit?
I don't.
I don't know. Do you want the spoilers? Alex, do you care?
Go ahead. It's fine.
Okay. So basically, post game is just you have to collect. Each stage is just every level, one big level of all the other stages put together. So it's one long level, and you have to collect pieces of Leon Guard's soul. So like 50 in one stage, 50 in another. It's just one stage comprised of every level of each world. And so there's 6 of them. And then once you create all his souls, you go up and you give them to Lion Guard, and you fight him once more. And you think he's dead, but then everybody comes out in typical Dragon Ball style and gives them their power, and they bring him back to life. And Leon Guard is happy. He does the dance with you, a Kirby dance, when you get a Waddle Dee, that thing. And yeah, do. And then you have to fight a harder version of. This time you fight this little butterfly comes in, and he lands on Effecto, and he turns into this morphed Meta Knight. He fights like Meta Knight, and you have to fight him. And then after that, you fight a tougher version of Fecto, the Pokemon-looking thing. And once you beat that, you get another ending, this time with all the animal buddies, and Leon Guard and Clawline are together because they're a couple. And then opens up the harder Coliseum, and if you beat that, you get another ending. But the last boss in that is very tough. I had to drop the difficulty down to easy, to mild mode, to beat that last boss, because I didn't want to go through all the bosses. Because you got to go through every harder version of the boss, because each stage on the post game has harder versions of the normal bosses you got to go through. And then the Coliseum is every boss of those, plus every form of the like Lion Guard and the Butterfly Knight, Morpho Knight, I think his name is. And then you fight the super version of Fecto. That's very tough. So if you want to do that. But there's more to it. I think if you just play the main game, that's enough. And if you want more Kirby, there's more for you. But I wouldn't say it's incomplete if you don't do the post game. It's much like a Dragon Quest. You can end there. Like Dragon Quest, you can end it there, or you can go on and do more. It's there for you if you want it.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, let's just maybe kind of give our overall thoughts. That's a map. That's a map out. Woohoo! That was a long one. 3 hours. I feel like
I'm sensing a
in the wasteland.
I'm sensing a I'm sensing a trend whenever I come on these videos. They're kind of long. I'm sorry for that.
Oh no, nothing to be sorry about. We've had 3 hour map outs before. That's not new.
Okay.
But, 3 hour nap out now.
Live on stream. So he's been doing it the whole time, napping with his Kirby head on, sleeping. Oh man. How do you feel?
That was the best pun.
How do you feel?
I'll
How do I
start.
feel?
I'll start. Final thoughts. I think it is a great Kirby adventure. It's an excellent foray into 3D, and I can't wait for more Kirby 3D in the future.
See it at the IMAX in 3D
Kirby, super wide screen 3D. Yeah,
for 3D sucking action.
it's coming right at you.
Alex?
Back at you. Okay,
Yeah.
so Kirby and the Forgotten Land is a game that I really enjoyed. I think Kirby games work best when they are just simple fun, and even the stuff that I would complain about during a map out that I would say like, oh, I didn't care about this world or that world, I still had a ton of fun playing the game through those worlds. I think they did a great job transitioning the simplicity of a Kirby game into 3D, because I know that's something that people have always wondered how the hell they would even do that. But I think they did it effectively. I think the 3D environments take advantage of Kirby's abilities well and are fun to explore. And I like Spencer. I am very excited to see what the hell they do. I don't know if it's my favorite Kirby game, but it is definitely in my top 5 Kirby games.
Cool. Thanks, Alex. I'm going to go next, and then we'll save Brian for Anchor. I enjoyed what I played, and reflecting on it through the map out, I realized that maybe some of the levels left a bit to be desired. Doesn't take away from the game as a whole. I think, and one of the things is, like, since we're just focusing on levels, it actually kind of leaves out some of the great bonus stuff there is to do. Like, I just like the challenges, the upgrade shop, the collecting and stuff like that. I didn't do too much in Waddle Dee Town, but I did feel generally that there was some fun to be had. I didn't feel pressed to like go back and look for a lot of things because I had gotten a lot of the hidden Waddle Dees anyway, like the standard hidden Waddle Dees, not like the challenge Waddle Dees, like suck a sleeping hat or something, But I think I liked it for being the first 3D true 3D Kirby adventure, and I think there was a lot of wow factor. The big Kirby abilities, like the ways they were used, were very creative, very interesting, fun. Even stupid things like becoming the post office, the little mailboxes, and then just shaking the thing and making it fall over. It was fun. I wanted to genuinely explore like every cavity of an area, and yeah, it's functional. It's fun. You can't go wrong with Kirby in general. So yeah, good time. Brian, close us off.
I will second everything you guys said. I think it's a great. It feels like It feels like they nailed a 2D Kirby game in a 3D environment. It's fun to explore. It's not too hard. You'd think shooting Kirby in 3D, shooting stuff out of his mouth would be hard. It's not hard to do that or aim. I would say the cinematography. This game has good cinematography with like the camera angles and stuff. You're never wanted for a camera angle, which says a lot because you don't have control much of the camera. So you have to rely on what the game is telling you the angle you need. And I think it does a good job. I was never like, oh, this camera angle is terrible or anything. So I think they nail that. It's fun. It's just a joy to play. It's the kind of game where if you're having a bad day and you like want just something to colorfully romp around in, it'll put you in a better mood. It's not too difficult unless you want it to be near the end, and you don't even have to do that. You don't have to explore. You don't have to go for all 100%. There's enough that you'll find to beat the game and get a nice, satisfying ending. There's a lot of charm with the abilities that you can, like, the car is fantastic. The glider, the vending machine's great. It's just Kirby game in 3D with great, I love the music and the cinematography, like the angles and stuff. Just the polish on it. It feels like a Nintendo first party game. I would say, it feels like a great, much like Luigi's Mansion 3 is a very good presented game, and it just makes you feel like you want to play more of it.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Will Kirby ever find his pants?
It feels like pants.
Kirby and the Forgotten
Yarn
Pants.
joke.
I went to work and I didn't bring my pants.
That's why I have the camera up here.
Brian's doing an epic yarn joke because
it's a epic yarn.
There's a line in epic yarn at the beginning where he gets transported into the yarn world, where he goes, "The ground feels like pants."
Like how its pants feel like corduroy. You got yeah. That's a chill game. That game can be hard if you try to go for everything, but that's another chill game. If it's a good game, I think it's a game good for all ages. Any kid can play it. Any adult can play it. If you like platformers and Kirby games, play it. If you don't like Kirby games, I don't think this is going to be a one that gets you converted or anything like that.
If you don't like Kirby games, what the hell are you doing at the end of this map out?
That's true.
Thanks for supporting us.
Yeah, thank you.
Brian, thanks for joining us. You survived your trial by map out.
It was great. It was a blast. Thanks for having me on for the second time, this time for a map out. Always a blast. I'm glad I met you guys and can talk about Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Indeed. Okay.
Just like Kirby, I'm starving.
Better start sucking.
I was not that right after starving. That's not the best.
On 3, go out on your best suck face. 1. Do it on your mic too. 2.
Yeah, ready?
3. Oh, you're only 1. Okay.
It's hard, man. You get to like.
Oh,
Pass out.
relief.
I know, but hyperventilate.
Don't hurt yourself.
We really sucked this episode up. Bye.
Stop.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.